T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
In the wintertime, a bunch of white old men in top hats gather around a tree stump. People get up early to watch them as they pull a big giant rat out of one of the trees, which, by the way, is called Gobbler's Knob. All right?
I think Tyvis Powell has that on his unlocked Amazon Fire
Gobbler's
Stick.
Knob!
Featuring Panama Ted,
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall,
I love a good, thin meat.
and a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Oh, hello, man.
Oh, we've got a show today.
Oh, we do.
It's the post-Super Bowl extravaganza. It's also a Yikes Monday. Enjoy the game?
You know what? I did. I enjoyed the game. I didn't watch a ton of the pregame stuff, but I watched probably like an hour of it. So I actually we called an audible on the food spread.
Oh, what'd you do?
Well, we had a birthday lunch yesterday for my sister-in-law. So after all that, I'm like, well, we're not going to do all this food when we get back from eating all that all the afternoon. So I went with a buffalo chicken dip, homemade, of course. And that ended up being a big hit.
Love a good dip.
Oh.
What do you do, cream cheese with that?
Yeah, you do cream cheese, got the shredded chicken, which I made the chicken, and then shredded it up.
What'd you do? You poach it?
Nope, I just actually seared it, got a nice little brown on the outside, and then let it go and cook through. And then, but yeah, had all that going, had the buffalo sauce, the ranch in there.
Delicious. What'd you dip in there? Chips?
So I got those cups, the chips that are like made for dipping. Like
Scoops?
The scoop. Well, there's the Fritos scoops. I had those too, but I was mostly sticking to just the Tostitos scoops.
I see.
Those things. Very good.
I like the hint of lime.
Yeah.
Although with the buffalo, that may overpower it.
I didn't go hint of lime with the buffalo. I feel like that's more of a salsa thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Hint of lime with the salsa, excellent. Didn't need it with the buffalo. What about you?
I had the pork shoulder going.
You had it all?
For a good 8 hours, right? It was just, if you had no teeth, if you've been on meth for the past 8 years, you still could have eaten this pork. That's how luscious it was. Just melt in your mouth. And then I had pickled some red onions and some habaneros and had some cilantro and all the taco fixins.
That's an excellent choice.
Had about 9 of those. Delicious.
Sounds great.
Delicious. Plus guacamole. Guacamole. That was the highlight of my evening because the game actually sucked.
You know what, though? I understand what you're saying. It did. If you wanted a 4-quarter game, which is neutrals, why wouldn't you? Right?
Wanted a 4-quarter game. We didn't even get a 3-quarter game.
No, we didn't even get a halftime. It was over before halftime, it felt like. But the Eagles dominated. And I'm watching that game, and at first I'm like, okay, the Eagles are off to a good start. Chiefs look a little shaky, but this is typical for the Chiefs, right? They do this where they don't always start the greatest, or they have a couple quarters that are terrible. 4th quarter comes around, though. They'll be in this game, and all it takes is one possession. They'll be back in, and they'll probably even come back and win. And then I saw just how bad it was going, and I said, oh no. No, it's a real problem now. They actually have an issue. And by the time I realized that, I think the broadcast caught up to it too. Eagles got up 17-0, and I saw a stat out there. They had 17 points. The Chiefs had only run like 14 plays.
Yeah.
And the Eagles were up 17-0. I thought it may be getting out of hand quick, and then it sure did.
Did that not follow the script last night? Was that not part of the script?
No, I guess not.
Well, I've been told that it's all scripted. It's all scripted.
The scripted stuff is stupid.
Chiefs are going to win. I was at lunch yesterday, and I overheard some people in the booth next to us talking about how it's all scripted. I put all my money on the Chiefs. Well, but I'm sure that's a big conspiracy, too, because they wanted to make you think that it was scripted.
Yeah.
So that you would put all your money on the Chiefs, and then all the casino moguls make money off of you. See?
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
How did we not think of that? That's clearly what it was. Now, I will tell you this. There was a call earlier in that game, right, where I think it was A.J. Brown got open down the field.
That was first possession where they had the offensive pass interference.
And I thought, okay, by the letter of the law, that is offensive pass interference. I also thought, if that's the way we're going to call this game, that does not bode well for us having if it was going to be a close game down the stretch, could you imagine if they're making calls like that in the fourth quarter? No, that would be terrible.
Why can't we just call it what it is, though? It's bad officiating.
Well, and so that's where I just, that didn't seem good. But then I think it was the next Eagles drive where they dropped it on a third down, but one of the Chiefs players hit whoever it was in the helmet to helmet, after he'd already, couldn't catch the ball. It was uncatchable. It was too high. But because of the unsportsmanlike helmet to helmet, that was also a soft call.
It was an egregious call.
It felt like a makeup call. And then after that, I felt like, all right, well, we're kind of through all that.
Even Steven.
Sure, if you want to call it that. But then other than that, it was pretty much just complete domination by the Eagles. Their front four, that may be one of the most dominant performances from a defensive line I've ever seen in a big-time game.
Oh, it is. It definitely is, especially when you factor in the fact. Yes, that Pat Mahomes was sacked more times in that game last night than he had been in his entire career, both regular season and postseason.
Yeah, I think it's an incredible stat, right? How bad, he was under duress pretty much the entire night.
He had the happy feet going in that pocket, and, there are certain interceptions where it's you can see what happened there. There was miscommunication on the route, or it got tipped at the line of scrimmage. His hand was hit. He was just throwing bad interceptions.
Yeah.
Trying to make things work because he realized he had no time in the pocket.
He was out of sorts, and it's not all on him. I mean, we know Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. But even a great quarterback, when they're getting no time and they're seeing ghosts out there after a while, right? Where you just got... Every time you're thinking, all right, who's coming to annihilate me this time? After a while, it gets in your head. And he probably is missing open looks, and he's probably also throwing it where guys aren't. And we saw a couple of bad interceptions because of that.
They couldn't run the ball at all. And then it got to the point where you couldn't run the ball because you're down by so much.
Right.
Kareem Hunt, who I've talked about, look, he had a nice career resurgence, and that dude runs hard.
Yeah.
They gave him the ball 3 times. Not because they didn't trust him, because they just could not continue to run the football. They had to pass. Although, didn't they start out the game? Didn't the Chiefs start out the game with their first 8 plays being pass plays?
Feels like that feels like a thing.
All that scripted stuff. That's Andy Reid.
Yeah,
that's not in the moment of the game. Now, maybe there was a change at the line of scrimmage, a couple of those plays, but I want to say the first 8 plays of the game, they were all pass plays.
Yeah, it was not going well for them on any front, clearly. And, I mean, when your leading rusher is Pat Mahomes, that's not a great day for you at the office. But concurrently for the Eagles, I guess if you had told me before this game that Saquon Barkley would be given the ball 25 times, and I know this stat is a little wonky because of some of those carries in the second half were just, let's get this thing home, let's keep the clock moving. They gave him the ball 25 times. He had 57 yards.
Yeah.
I would have said, oh, well, then either the Eagles are getting blown out or Jalen Hurts is going to throw for 400 yards or something. How are they going to keep up with this Chiefs offense? But that just is a testament to how good that Eagles defense was last night, that Saquon Barkley really didn't have much to do with the outcome of that game, and yet it didn't matter because their offense did more than enough through the air, and then your defense just kept putting you in great positions.
On the outside looking in, and I'm not saying we have the full story because we don't. We're just observers here. This could be one of the most dysfunctional teams to win the Super Bowl. When you look back at what the Eagles went through this year, where Sirianni is heckling fans. Yeah. His own fans.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And bringing his kid to the press conference to duck questions. He had the whole situation with A.J. Brown on the sidelines, looking disinterested, at times questioning his offense and their play calling abilities. Sure. Even in this game. Right? In this game, there was a little bit of a spat on the sideline between A.J. Brown and Sirianni. Now, that was all forgotten about because they couldn't stop scoring.
Right.
And A.J. Brown got himself a touchdown on the very next drive. But the Eagles look like they're always one crisis away from spinning out of control, and here they are. They're the champions.
Well, I think that's a testament, though, too, again, when you put together a tremendous defense and when you get is Jalen Hurts the greatest quarterback to ever play football? Is he as good as Pat Mahomes? Neither of those things are true. I don't think you're ever going to confuse him, for Tom Brady. right? But he can take care of the football. He can make plays with his feet. And he is largely effective as a quarterback back there, sitting there and making plays. So couple that with the way the defense was playing, with an excellent game plan from them, and then executing it. Yeah, I mean, they have enough talent around, like that offense to be able to do things, even if Saquon Barkley isn't going. I would have thought if you told me the Eagles were going to win by this much, I would have thought Saquon Barkley would have like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns and just been rolling over dudes, and that would have caused the Chiefs all kinds of, concerns. Instead, it was nothing like what I expected, but I found myself enjoying the first half of that game a lot because I'm not a Chiefs fan. And I guess, I don't know if I was rooting for the Eagles. I know Teddy certainly wasn't, but I just felt like that was a masterclass from that defense, and I appreciated that more than I appreciated the fact that it wasn't a close game.
We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about the commercials and all the extracurriculars coming up throughout the program. We got some big Ohio State-ish news to talk about coming up next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit some slowdown due to an accident on East Broad Street, west of Yearling Road. And things are stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only. While supplies last, price participation varies, drinks exclude freezes, tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for Affinity Whole Health. I've trusted Affinity for 7 years for their testosterone replacement therapy. Why? Because it's natural for our bodies to gradually lose testosterone over time. This leads to brain fog, fatigue, muscle loss, low sex drive, none of the things you want. If you want to feel like you did in your prime and get your energy back, better mood, higher sex drive, increase muscle mass, then get started for free at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Affinity is local. They're accessible. They ship the treatments right to your door. feelgreatcolumbus.com.
If your neighbors have begged you to somehow move your ugly garage door to the back of your house, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You'll find low prices on thousands of items. The yellow and red tags mean you'll save big on sparkling ice water, Kroger brand chips, and so much more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One thing we keep hearing here in town, Wilson, is that the cost of Pella windows actually pleasantly surprises most people.
Pleasantly surprised?
You get the Pella next level quality and looks, but we also have 5 different lines to fit most budgets.
Our customers are almost always surprised, but it's never pleasant. Is there such thing as like angrily surprised?
Price is a little high.
Oh no, they're a lot high.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
At AAA, it's our policy to look on the plus side, and AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin. Last Monday, his coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. It was just the jolt of energy he needed. Later, when he walked into a door, he was happy to provide entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And when his car battery took early retirement, he knew expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA.
Become a AAA Plus member and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move, a pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Beautiful out there today. Highs in the upper end of the 30s. Tuesday looking at some scattered snow showers, high 38. Wednesday looking at rain. There could be some freezing rain that mixes in at times, high around 40. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The only thing harder than Common Man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
You know what I tried yesterday?
What'd you try?
I forget the name of it. It's the like the Doritos, but they're rolled up. We were talking about them.
Oh, yeah. I know. I mean, the Takis you're saying?
No,
or the
not
actual
Takis.
Doritos
the
ones?
actual Doritos ones.
Okay, yeah.
They had Flamin' Hot Doritos ones.
Okay.
Teddy, will you see if you can find the name for me of the Donatios or
Donatello.
Yes.
The
him too.
Artist and or the Ninja Turtle. We're not sure.
Anyway, so I tried them.
And?
Fantastic.
Well, it feels like there's a lot more like compacted surface area, like a croissant, right?
It's rolled up.
You're getting layers on layers on layers.
It's very crunchy, and you get a good corn flavor.
Oh, good
if you
corn
like
flavor.
that. Well, because it's a corn tortilla.
Well,
right?
yeah.
It's a corn chip. But
okay.
Instead of, spreading it out, it's rolled up, and it's more of a...
You know what?
What?
I guess because they're probably not dusting it until it's rolled. Like if you take a Dorito, it's flat. You dust both sides of it, you get all that surface area. If you roll it, it's a much thinner area getting the dust. So you're going to taste more of the actual chip.
What's it called,
That's very
Teddy?
interesting.
I'm guessing it's Dinamita.
Dinamita.
Yeah.
Dinamita. Well, you know what?
I don't know.
Common man likey Dinamita.
Oh, I see him here.
I like anything
Yeah.
Flamin' Hot, too. Put Flamin' Hot on a shoe.
They also have a chili lemon. I mean, how could that be bad?
Is it lemon or lime?
Oh, you know it is lime. I know I said lemon.
But see, I feel like the lime flavors, they're too overpowering.
They do get a little heavy with the lime.
It's too much limey.
There's also a blue bag that I'm trying to figure out what that is. That is hot honey mustard. In these,
hot
I would give that a run. Hot honey mustard. Hot honey mustard? How are we supposed to say that?
You know what a bag of the Dinamitas are, though?
What are they?
Like $6.50.
Oh, you mean for like a
Yikes.
regular size bag, huh?
Yeah.
Well, because you all that extra rolling. It's not just a flat.
They got to buy new machines for that.
Does Snoop Dogg have a brand of those?
Yeah. All right, we got big news today.
Huge news.
I mean,
My God.
Bone told me this. I thought he was joking, but it's not a joke. Jim Tressel has been named Lieutenant Governor of the fine state of Ohio. How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
All right.
Wow.
I mean, Dom went down there. He talked to him.
Yeah.
Did a little interview. Hey, how you doing, Jim?
That's I mean, I would think if anybody's going to be notified, wouldn't it be Dom Taberry that they'd send him down there to go talk to, someone he interviewed for many, many years here as the
Got a
head coach of
space
Ohio
on your
State?
cabinet? I don't have a cabinet, Dom.
I think, you know what? Dom Tiberi as head of like media relations would be awesome. Where like Tress would start to answer a question, be like, hey, you don't have to answer that. Shut up.
Twitters and twatters.
He would just jump in.
All right. So Jim, he's supposed to be like confirmed, right?
Well, this is right. The governor, Mike DeWine, nominated him. And then I believe the Senate has to confirm or like agree with. But I mean, I'm guessing they're not going to say what state politician in the state of Ohio is going to go in and be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to vote against Jim Tressel. You want to get reelected or not? Like, I don't care what your political leanings are. I'm going to guess the state politicians are going to be like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and say that's good. Governor wants it. Most of the state of Ohio probably doesn't hate this dude. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let him be the lieutenant governor.
Now, he's 72 years old. Tress is.
Young guy.
Yeah, right.
Well, in today's
political landscape, you're exactly right, Teddy.
Does he have aspirations for other things? Or is he just, hey, man, I'll keep the seat warm for a couple of years because Husted had to go and he's in the Senate now because J.D. Vance is the vice president. So you have the lieutenant governor who goes to the Senate. Tress takes over for the lieutenant governor. But when this governor race comes up in a couple of years, is he going to dip his toe into that? Or is this just a... hey, how you doing? I'll work with you for a couple of years because you're my buddy. But after that, I'm back to retirement.
Can I answer this with a dumb analogy?
Oh, I hope you do.
If if I went to go test drive a Lamborghini and they said, are you interested in test driving? I'd be like, or in owning one of these. I'd say, yeah, I'm interested. But I'm not at the financial place where I'm buying a $400,000 automobile. That's just not my spot in life right now. But if, I don't know, the guy who owns, name your team, Oklahoma City Thunder, if he goes and test drives a Lamborghini and they're like, are you interested? He goes, I'm just feeling it out. I'm just checking it out. The answer is yes, right? He's not going into the Lamborghini dealership unless he's at least somewhat interested in driving one because he knows he can afford it. He knows that's a real possibility for him. So even if he doesn't buy one, he's not afraid to take the test drive because he's thinking someday this could be me. Tress doesn't have to do this, does he? He could go to any car dealership in this analogy. He can do whatever he wants in his life. He can do anything. He has been the president of a university. Did he also work at Akron too?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So this man has been in administration in schools, in colleges. He could continue to do that. Now, 2 years from now, he'll be 74, to your point. Will he want to then run for governor? The point is, he can get, do you think he'd have any trouble finding donors to get behind his campaign?
No.
Do you think he'd have any trouble getting voters to come out and hear what he has to say? No. So I'm not saying it's a lock he's going to do it, but he's not test driving this car unless he's at least a little interested in making the purchase. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Teddy.
Yes.
T-Bone said Tress going to be the governor.
Twitters and twatters.
Mark it down.
I could see him running.
Here we go.
I could see him running.
I think it's next year, right? So.
Well,
is it next year or 2 years?
2026.
2026.
To your point,
you know what?
Ted,
I don't know what year it is.
To your point,
yeah.
I mean, we're literally talking about 6 months from now. You kind of have to start putting the waves out. You got to let them know.
Yeah, we already have a few candidates out there right now that have tossed their hat in the ring.
Yeah.
Who tossed their hat in the ring?
Vivek. Vivek Ramaswamy. He's interested.
He's not working with Elon anymore?
I don't know.
That's done, I believe.
That's done?
I think
that was like a week.
I think they kicked him to the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to, and I'll tell you this, no offense to him, maybe he's got, I don't know, maybe he's got great ideas. Anybody not named Jim Trestle running against Jim Trestle will lose to Jim Trestle. I would, at least in a primary, wouldn't you think? Now, I don't know, maybe the other side of the aisle, maybe they'll go out and say, oh, guess who we got? And then it'll be like Ryan Day says, oh, I'm going to coach and be the governor. I don't know. Like maybe then you have a chance, but no, there's no way that you're running against Jim Trestle and winning in this state, at least not on his first run. If he gets in there and then does a bunch of stupid stuff people don't like, then it's different. But
well, he's a lieutenant governor.
No, but I'm saying if he goes to run for governor, it's going to be you would think there's going to be a lot of people interested in voting for him just based on the name recognition alone.
Maybe him and Urban team up.
Oh, could you
Maybe
imagine
Urban
that
then
ticket?
can be the lieutenant governor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cracky Rubby.
I was going to say, he's got a lot of experience in the political arena when it comes to scandals, at least. So, yeah.
Speaking of Ryan Day is promoting tight ends coach Keenan Bailey to co-offensive coordinator. He has not hit 30 yet, so let him live. Been around the staff for a while, but Brian Hartline's going to be the main guy Keenan Bradley will be there as the co-guy. And then who's the guy they brought in from Virginia Tech to coach the offensive line? He also has coordinator experience.
I forget his name, but I don't know. Bill Zaxby. I don't remember his name.
It's not Bill Zaxby.
I just kind of
twatters.
I just kind of want to have some Zaxby's chicken. I want to try it again.
Did you see, by the way, speaking of stuff in our faces, how many entrants we got for our little Pizza Madness thing?
I saw it was like a lot.
A lot. We only have 64 slots.
How many entries did we get? How many?
I think it was close to 1,000.
Okay. Well, I hope somebody's collating these and tabulating them so we can figure it out, I guess. We can look on a spreadsheet or something.
Teddy, what's the dude's name from Virginia Tech? Did you figure it out?
Yeah, it's Taylor Sheridan.
No,
it's not.
Oh, wait. That's the dude from Yellowstone, you idiot.
It's Tyler Bowen. Tyler Bowen.
You piece of crap.
Oh, that's good.
Fan poll, 971thefan.com. Do you think your favorite team will ever win a Super Bowl? Yes, no, or they already did. Well, I mean, my team already did, but I was 6.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Well, I mean, I guess if they're just saying if your team is one that's never won a Super Bowl, sure, but I would still say for you the question's relevant because yes, they won when you were 6. Do you feel they'll win one that you can really enjoy as an adult? Because that to me is the more pertinent question.
I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say yes.
That the Bears can get it done.
Yes. I may be in the nursing home.
Well, see, here's the thing. Be able to enjoy it is what I would be thinking about. Because, yeah, you're right.
What does enjoy it mean? Like climb a light post and fall to my death?
No, but I'm saying, all right, it was funny. Last night, Ava, my middle daughter, looked at me and she said, Dad, if the Browns ever make the Super Bowl, I think we should go. And I said, honey, I agree with you. I don't know if you know this. That's probably going to be your college education we're going to have to spend on that ticket. Because if that ever happens, Browns fans will be mortgaging their houses.
That's right.
To get tickets to that game. So I would like to believe it could happen before I'm like, if I make it to 80, I'd like to believe it could happen before I'm 80. But I'm saying after that, I'm probably not going with my family. I'm probably not going, you know what I mean? That'd be one where they're like, make sure Dad doesn't fall. It's not the same as going out and just having a good time and partying. You know what I mean? I want to be able to be out there enjoying myself, not always being a liability.
Buckeyes lose on the road to Nebraska yesterday. We'll talk about that. Jackets on their 4 Nations break. That's all coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 20-minute slowdown due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the east side approaching Hamilton Road. And we have a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. Falling behind on your electric bill? At AEP Ohio, they're here to help you. If you need more time, want to set up a payment plan, or prefer more predictable average payments, they have you covered. Visit aepohio.com/billhelp today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hoops fans, are you ready to score big and get lucky this March?
What's up? It's T-Bone. I'm here to tell you that Bud Light will be holding mini hoops challenges at bars and restaurants across town over the next several weeks with one goal in mind.
To send one lucky local winner to Las Vegas where they'll compete for $10,000.
Take your shot at March Madness glory. This week, join Bud Light on 2 different nights. Wednesday, they'll be at Tino's on Dublin Center Drive from 7 to 9, and then on Thursday at Classics Tuttle on Tuttle Crossing Boulevard from 8 to 10.
Both events will have a mini hoops basketball challenge that'll give you a shot at a Vegas trip and $10,000.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the University of Washington at the Shot on February 12th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
At NJM Insurance, we're like a symphony. It all starts by doing the right thing. Add in dedicated reps and put policyholders first. But no jingles or mascots because it's just not us. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Let's talk about getting you back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. You need to know your T level, so get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be your answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book the appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on the Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy?
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
No, it's not.
I regret mentioning that Tress might have a chance if he ran for governor, because now our YouTube chat is just all about like, let me tell you about the platform. It's like, I was just mentioning that Jim Trestle with his sweater vest, people seem to like him. That's literally all I'm saying. No thoughts on his political. I don't know what he thinks politically. I don't care.
I got an idea.
You do?
Yeah.
Well,
I know the guy that nominated him.
I got an idea.
I figure they're similar.
I'm going to say he's pro-fetus.
Sure. I don't know much more than that.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just saying.
You know what? I bet he likes education because I bet he does. He's worked at a bunch of educational institutions.
Absolutely. Speaking of education,
he
you
cares
see
about
who
that.
our Secretary of Education is going to be?
I didn't. Who's that?
Linda McMahon.
No. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's real.
Is it going to be Linda McMahon in character when she couldn't talk and was like in comatose state?
And Vince is going to stick his tongue down, was it?
At Trish
Stratus's throat at the confirmation hearings.
He was at the Super Bowl last night.
Oh,
he was? I didn't see him at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Really?
I saw some photos floating around.
Is he still sporting the mustache?
No, he did not have the mustache.
Did
no,
he looked hair still dyed though.
He looked more like normal, I guess, as normal as he can be.
Well, that's saying something, Ted. Normal for him.
Is
already
not
a weird look.
Exactly.
I really, because you know how they do this in those hearings, right? Well, like the one side will be interviewing and they'll be like, we just want to talk about how great of a human you are and how wonderful you've done and everything. And the other side will be like, look at this tweet they sent, a year or two ago or whatever. And either side, you got to do both, right? I just picture with Linda McMahon, there will be a thing about, look at what kind of mother she was. Look at her daughter. And it'll be Stephanie McMahon on the Undertaker's crucifix, right? Like where she's like getting ready to be sacrificed. Who would let their daughter be sacrificed by a demonic dead man? How can we put this person as the head of the education system?
No, Vince is there. He was there at the Undertaker, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Undertaker's there.
Mayor of Knox County? Anywhere to be seen?
No, I didn't see him.
Kane wasn't there?
Shane McMahon was there.
Shane O'Mac. Getting thrown off the Titantron.
No.
Just part of the halftime entertainment. He just throws himself off of things now to like prove it to his dad.
You know what it appears to? It appears they had good seats.
Oh, shocking.
I'm just telling you.
Shocking.
They weren't up in the bleeders.
No, that's crazy. Who would have seen that coming?
All right, what did I tease for you?
I don't know.
Oh, Buckeye basketball. Buckeye basketball, they lose on the road to Nebraska yesterday. Micah Parrish was very good. Bruce was not. Big dudes on this team, not very good.
Yeah.
Bradshaw's not very good.
I agree with that.
Am I breaking news on that? I mean...
No, I don't think you are. And I also think that, for this team to go far, like we've talked about, you have to be consistent. And it does feel like now we're getting one half of basketball. I don't know which one we're going to get from time to time. Sometimes
right, one's going to be
first half. First half's good.
Good, then awful.
Like yesterday, first half good or reasonably good. Second half kind of fell off. Not good at all.
Maryland, opposite.
Yeah, that's right.
First half, bad.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, much better.
Yes.
Illinois, first half, great. Second half, poo-poo.
Yeah, but part of it comes down to, ultimately with this team, we were looking at some numbers. And Timmy Hall brought this to my attention. I didn't realize this with Aaron Bradshaw. Okay, this dude is 7'1". You know how many games this guy has had where he's gotten more than 5 rebounds for the Buckeyes this year? Now he's missed some games, to be fair.
Not a lot.
2 games where he's gotten more than 5 rebounds. When you're 7'1", that to me is like indefensible. As you should be able to grab 7 or 8 rebounds just by getting good position and being 7'1".
He has no presence, none.
Right, and I understand he's not going to be like Akeem Olajuwon offensively. He doesn't have a bunch of low post moves. He's not that type of big man. That's fine.
This guy was a 5-star guy. He was one of the best college recruits in the country.
Right, but I'm saying like. I don't mean to single him out, okay? But that is an example of, to your point about not having a real front court presence on this team. You're not grabbing rebounds. that's not allowing you to like take advantage of the fact that you have a guy who's 7'1", and if that guy isn't like a tremendous offensive presence, then I don't know how you can keep him on the floor, and that's why Diebler doesn't. Like he's barely out there. He doesn't play even 20 minutes. He played 14 minutes yesterday. Like you should be able to use him in more situations than that, but they can't trust him because he's not really a great offensive talent out there. He doesn't play great defense, and then rebounding is just not there. That sucks. I'm not trying to single him out, like I said, but that's one of the issues you have when you're not grabbing rebounds. Obviously, we're going to look at the guy who's 7'1" and say it's got to be a little bit better, right?
Every single regular season game that's on the schedule from here on out is winnable. I mean, yesterday's game was winnable, too. That's a tough place to go and play. Nebraska's not a bad basketball team. I think I picked them to lose. But you've got Washington at home on Wednesday. A very nice 8:30 tip at home.
Yeah.
To pacify Big Ten Network. Glad we're doing that. But that is another game that you have to have on your home court. These games are winnable. Let's win them.
Also, I don't want to I don't want to just single one guy out. Like Bruce Thornton yesterday played nearly the entire game, took 10 shots.
He wasn't good.
No, and I mean sometimes you just have to know when you're not feeling it, and maybe he did, but it helped too that Micah Parrish certainly picked up the slack. That's fine. I mean you had two guys go for over 20, right? Because John Mobley Jr. also got up over 20, but I don't think that was quite as impactful, right? I mean it's got to. I still feel like if you have Bruce going, then this team has a much better chance of winning.
I agree, but it's also not fair to Bruce that every single game has to be the game of his life. You had a situation in the second half, and Jake Diebler said as much on his radio show today. You had a situation in that second half where you're just settling for jump shots every single possession because you had absolutely nothing going in the paint with your bigs. Nothing.
Yeah, but that's where I know a guy like him. He is good at getting into the paint and making something happen. And there are times where I kind of feel like I'd wish he was able to do that more often. In a game like that where you're getting some stuff from Micah Parrish, and that's good. You don't want to take away from what he's doing, but also it felt like a little bit Nebraska was like, yeah, we'll let that happen, but obviously your bigs aren't going to give you much. So I just wish we could have gotten a little bit more to the foul line, that kind of thing, but whatever. It wasn't his best game either. I'm not trying to single one guy out because I don't think a lot of guys had their best game in this one either. So it's a team effort there, win or lose.
Jackets limp into the break with a tough loss to the Rangers on Saturday night. That is 4 losses in a row. They're not back until the 22nd when I think the Blackhawks come here. But Zach is going to play in the Four Nations tournament where hopefully he doesn't die. Don Waddell, I saw, is looking to the trade market for some assistance. Maybe he wants to get himself a top 6 forward to put on this team for a little help. They need a little help. Hopefully they get it in the form of, Boone Jenner coming back after this break. I mean, he's on track to do so. He traveled with the team on their last trip, wasn't ready to play, but he's on the ice with them. So presumably when this break is over on the 22nd or damn close to it, because I know he wants to play in that outdoor game.
Yeah.
He's going to be back with the team, and that's going to be a big lift. But this team's just so hurt right now. It's hard to play consistent hockey when the lines are so screwed up.
Yeah, and I'm with you that I want Zach Werenski to, I understand he wants to play in this thing, all that, but got to get him back healthy because you cannot afford any more losses as far as bodies right now, but especially not to your best players.
He's the best player on the team.
Yeah, and I saw, I don't know if this will stay this way, but I guess they had a skate today, the USA hockey players did, and he was like the first defensive pairing out on the ice. So I don't know what that means come
I know what it
actually
means.
play the games. But
he's playing a lot of minutes.
When you're as good as he is, you tend to think that USA hockey isn't stupid. They're not going to miss that. They're going to know that he's that talented. They're going to want him out there. So hopefully he can have a great tournament, stay healthy, come back and help this team win.
Ohio State announcing today that not the spring game, we're not calling it the spring game, the spring showcase will be April 12th. What the hell do we think a spring showcase is?
I think it's an acknowledging of what has already kind of happened, right? How many times lately with the spring game have we seen where, all right, Scarlet's over here, Gray's over there, line it up and play 60 minutes and let's keep track. How many times have we seen that versus, hey, let's stop it here and have the offense run this play 3 straight times in a row because I want to see something, right? Or Ryan Day lets each quarterback take a stab at running that play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an open practice.
Yeah. So I think you're never going to see that go away. Ohio State makes money off of that. It's a good, and by the way, Fox is going to broadcast whatever this is. It's going to be on national TV. So it's good exposure for the university. It's a good moneymaker. Gets everybody something to do around football that isn't in football season. But yeah, I think the days of seeing it be a competitive, 4-quarter, 60-minute football game, long since gone. They're just acknowledging that now.
Go to cover the Super Bowl, come home dead. That actually happened to someone last week. We'll discuss coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 5th Avenue and I-70. And you're looking at a 30-minute slowdown due to a disabled vehicle that's on eastbound 70. On the east side, approaching Hamilton Road, it will be stop-and-go traffic from Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Audible. And if you're stuck in traffic, why not tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals? Spend some time with expert insight on better health, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free with a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. This February 21st and 22nd, honor the timeless wedding tradition and let Diamond Cellar's Blue Box be a part of your forever. Celebrate wedding weekend with buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special no-interest financing on engagement rings. Find your something blue and so much more at Diamond Cellar. February 21st and 22nd on Selmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
If your garage door is so lopsided that it looks like it could open from the left to the right, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.
Race to savings at Menards for products to update your home. Get a paint that combines durability with gorgeous color. Dutch Boys Platinum Plus is a paint and primer with a protective finish that guards against scuffs, spills, and stains. And when you apply Dutch Boy with the finest painting tools from Purdy, transforming your home has never been easier. Refresh your home today with paint from Dutch Boy. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com and race to savings on great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Bishop and Friends.
Having the early enrollees all with the team on this playoff run, it's like putting a puppy with an older dog. The younger pup gets to learn how to dog.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Back in the studio with a return visit from
Todd Schmelt.
Todd, the last time you were with us, you claimed to be
the dumbest person in Columbus.
You're being really hard on yourself.
Not in the least. You know what I got?
I hate to ask.
One of them thermostats with the dial and the needle. Woo, woo, woo.
Maybe that's not modern, but not...
What am I? Eli Whitney, Elias Howe, Johann Gertis?
I don't know who those people are.
Those are old-timey people from the 19th century, and that's me. Outdated, like my silly old thermostat.
Okay, look, you're not the dumbest guy in Columbus. You just haven't called Apex pros.
The pros who knows?
Those guys. Whether it's the latest technology, fixing your furnace, or a brand new system, they know all the stuff so you don't have to.
I don't have to know it all?
Nah, you just have to know the pros who knows.
Apex pros. I'm not the dumbest guy in Columbus.
I didn't even know who Johann Gertis was.
Inventor of the gas-powered unicycle. Look it up, doy.
Okay, you don't have to be me.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros, the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Hey, listen tomorrow for your chance to win 2 passes for a behind-the-scenes tour of Ohio Stadium that ends inside the home locker room.
Oh.
Where you can take selfies with the Rose Bowl, Cotton Bowl, and National Championship trophy. Tickets are available now for these tours through OhioStateBuckeyes.com. You can be in the home locker room. You can smell nutsack, but it's championship nutsack. Remember that. That smells so much better.
Smells different
than just regular I lost to Michigan nutsack.
I lost to Michigan nutsack is probably one of the funniest things you've ever said. That didn't get me to laugh.
Oh, good. I
mean, it's funny. I just didn't
like
laugh.
how you couched it with...
because I felt bad because you said lost to Michigan, but just that's a funny way to think of a nutsack. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Adon Manzano, he was an anchor and reporter for Telemundo in Kansas City.
Okay.
He died this week.
Yeah,
Last week. Under suspicious circumstances in his New Orleans area hotel room, he was in town to cover the Super Bowl. He was only 27 years old.
Yeah.
No one's been charged with his death, but a woman with a history of drugging men, stealing from them, has been arrested for using his credit cards. So
that's
not good.
How do you get a history of drugging men? And you're not why are you not in jail? What I'm not understanding what's happening.
Well,
there. If you're poisoning people, shouldn't you be in jail?
I don't think. Well, poisoning's a strong word.
Drugging
Right.
people. Okay.
You know, there are dudes who roofie chicks drinks and then they go back to the hotel room and then Bill Cosby comes. Right?
Right.
It sounds like this woman was doing that, but getting them back in the hotel room and then taking their money. Now, maybe she put the wrong roofie in. Maybe he had a bad reaction to said roofie. She's done this before, but it's never been this bad.
Right. But what I mean is usually when you have those stories, it's like they arrested this guy and it turns out we found out this guy did that thing and then they go to jail, which totally makes sense. This one where they're saying, oh, yeah, you mean the woman who drugs people all the time? Oh, yeah, that lady. She's a part of the tourism fabric of New Orleans. Why was she not already in jail? If they know she's doing this,
I don't know.
And the reporter's like, yeah, we know her. Yeah, that seems weird.
So this guy's 27 years old. He died. To make the story even sadder, he had a 2-year-old daughter, but his wife died last year in a car accident.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my. Wow.
So the wife died last year in a car accident. This 27-year-old guy goes to New Orleans to cover the Super Bowl, wakes up dead.
Oh.
Wakes up dead. There's a good one for you, Teddy.
Wakes up dead.
Mm-hmm. Lost to Michigan nutsack, whatever I said. Anyway,
yeah.
Our thoughts and whatever you do.
Well, I feel awful. I mean, you know what? That's just a horrible story.
It's an uplifting tale.
I know. I'm glad I brought it up.
Thanks for talking about that again.
Thank you, Timmy.
You know what, though? The kid has a chance to either become, one of the most inspirational stories in the world, right? Mom dies in a car accident. Dad dies horribly covering the Super Bowl. Kid goes up. I hope the kid does great things. But if the kid turns out to be like an awful human being, I'm not really going to blame him, because that's terrible. What a terrible way to get started in life. You're 2 years old, both your parents are gone.
What if that kid murders your entire family?
Yeah, we probably had it coming.
Then you'd
We've had all these years.
T-Bone's family. I'm not going to blame
Why
him.
would she do that?
Yeah, she doesn't even know us. What an angle.
For this segment?
No.
I think I could take a 2-year-old, dude. I'm just saying. This 2-year-old.
No.
The daughter doesn't kill you when she's 2.
What if she's coming to kill us, Timmy? I mean, actually,
what would you do to Chucky?
My 5-year-old would probably take her down. That's probably what would happen.
Could you handle Chucky? Because Chucky apparently had like the grown man's strength, the strength of the criminal. When he went into the child's play doll.
I've never watched those movies, and I'm sure anything I say, it's like, oh yeah, that happened in like 3 or what? I don't know however many Child's Play there's been.
You wouldn't be scared of Chucky. Chucky's not scary.
I was as a kid. As a kid,
as an adult, I think I could take the doll.
It's a height and weight advantage. Forget about his strength and power. It's height and weight.
I'd crush him.
You have to use leverage.
Are you kidding me?
Let's teach that to Aaron Bradshaw.
His little legs can only move so fast. How do you not outrun Chucky?
I don't get it.
It's a good point.
I don't get it. Just stay high. Don't bring...
Stay high.
It's like you're coaching. Stay high.
Don't bring the basketball down low. Right. If you're 7'1", don't make yourself 5'5".
Doesn't catch you.
Yes.
Stay high.
Yeah.
Yes. Kick him good.
I will say, when I was a kid, I remember going to the Scarborough Mall Super Saver Cinema, and we went to see Home Alone.
That's a mouthful.
Oh, that was where we used to go, over on Bryce Road. Teddy knows.
Was that a dollar theater?
Oh, yeah.
I've been there before.
Been to the Super Saver back when that was banging.
Absolutely.
Wasn't there, until recently, maybe it's still there, a $2 cinema on Bethel?
Is that right?
Up at Carriage Place?
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
That's the
there was a dollar cinema over there for years.
Sticky floors.
Yeah. But
that's the Fred Willard Theater over there.
No, ain't no Fred Willard Theater.
It's a discount.
Not going to any theater he's been to.
Well, anyway.
Also dead.
I remember as a kid.
Is he?
Yeah. We went to go see Home Alone, and they had a poster up for one of the Chucky movies. And I remember asking my parents like 20 times as we were walking down the hallway to go to this theater. I'm like, are you sure you didn't get tickets accidentally for this one? Are you sure we're in the right theater? They're like, we're sure. And I'm like, are you positive, though? And then some of the previews were just like, they weren't explicitly Christmas oriented. They weren't like family friendly oriented. They're just like regular movies. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? And they're like, shut up. They showed me the ticket, everything. And then finally Home Alone came on, and I was like, all right.
Have you actually seen the original Chucky?
No, I've never seen any of them.
It's great for me as far as just ridiculous horror, but very creepy. Because he's got the actual doll voice before the real demonic guy jumps into the body, and it's just hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play?
Yeah.
It's just... And then you have to shoot him. I think he takes 10 bullets, and he's blood's flying out of his doll body. It's just... it's great.
Yes, but
they burn him alive. It's just goo, his face is melting away. He's still coming after him.
Yes.
He won't quit.
Did he lose to Michigan Nutsack, though? That's what I really need to know.
He doesn't quit.
He doesn't lose.
He keeps coming at you.
He keeps going, man.
Yes.
Right.
That's actually look. These coaches are always looking for hey, man, chop wood. Just keep chopping wood.
He's got heart.
You beat Chucky.
Why was Chucky bleeding? Out of curiosity,
because he's got a real
possessed.
soul in the doll.
But the soul.
Bleeds.
But why? That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
that's stupid.
It doesn't make sense to be in a doll.
Timmy, now I have problems with. No, now I have real problems with this movie. Up until that point, I totally was willing to buy the premise. But now I have problems.
What did I tease?
Who
I
knows?
teased the dead guy. R.I.P. dead guy.
Yeah, and don't. Yeah, I hope the kid gets all the help the kid needs, because that's a rough thing.
And T-Bone says if you'd like to murder his entire family, he wouldn't blame you.
I just said I get it if you grow up and you're not well adjusted because of all that kind of sucks. That's all.
Can I tell you something? Whoever's listening to this show who's an impressionable Ute, they're going to grow up and not be adjusted.
I agree with that.
The two what?
Utes?
Oh, Utes.
Utakis?
Is that from My Cousin Vinny?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we
go.
That's where we get Positraction. Yeah.
You're right.
One of my favorite speeches of all time.
mint green Buick Skylark convertible.
Right. A limited slip differential. Yeah, that's right.
She's great.
As I'm listening to that, I'm like, this is all accurate. I love this. The car part of this is great.
People were upset about something with the Fox broadcast last night, and it wasn't Tom Brady. I'll tell you what it was coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 20-minute delay on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to 315. And you're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 104 between South High Street and 71. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace for Worthington Jewelers. Valentine's Day is upon us. Don't be a loser and forget again this year. Here at Worthington Jewelers, my store, I'm Bob Capace. We're giving you 35% off 14-karat gold and diamond jewelry. And how about 20% off sterling silver jewelry? We have something for every budget. Shop local and ask for me. Bob Capace. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I got an update for you. Last week, 42 pounds in 8 weeks. If you're waiting on this week's results, it has been 9 weeks and I'm down 46 pounds, all thanks to my friends over at Awaken 180. To be honest with you, everything just kind of has changed. I feel better. I'm less lethargic. I look forward to getting up in the morning. I even look forward to running around with Willie at home, outside, all kinds of good stuff. It's been tremendous. And the secret to my success, it hasn't been a breakthrough, but my coach, Natalie, she has been awesome. She tells me what to eat. She tells me when to eat it, which has really been nice for me. Big games, we know this last month has been crazy. She has been the health guru that I need. And also I'm not snoring, so I'm sleeping better, which makes sense for all the energy that I have now. If you've ever thought that weight could be a problem for you, or if you're thinking about addressing it, let my friends at Awaken 180 tell you and show you how to do it. Let them show you how easy it is and give them a call. That's Awaken 180 at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. It's time for the Love Your Windows sales event. If you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. So if you need 20 windows, you only pay for 10. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. And that's not all. Universal Windows Direct is offering no interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months of easy payments with 0% interest. And if you already have a price from another company, Universal Windows Direct will beat it. So you know you're getting the best deal around. Call them today, 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the University of Washington at the Shot on February 12th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Valentine's Day is a good deal sweeter when you shop at Meijer. This week, select bagged Valentine's Day candy is buy one, get one 50% off. Fresh from Meijer chocolate dipped strawberries are just $9.99. Certified Angus beef New York strip steak is $11.99 a pound. And our floral department is overflowing with beautiful fresh Valentine's Day bouquets and flower arrangements. Count on Meijer to bring more from the heart to Valentine's Day. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store, in the Meijer app, and online at Meijer.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. I got to tell you, when you don't have the support you need, it affects everything. Feet, knees, hips, back, even your mood. I finally went to the Good Feet store, and once I was personally fitted for my arch supports, I felt a ton better. I will never wear another pair of shoes again without sliding in my personally fit Good Feet arch supports. That's because they help me eliminate my foot pain. It's such a good feeling knowing that I can be on my feet and not worrying about I'm going to wake up with low back pain or feel a weakness somewhere. I trust the Good Feet store because for more than 30 years, they've helped thousands of people just like me get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. They take pleasure in that. And it's their personal 3-step system designed to support, balance, and strengthen your feet that guides them into their ideal position. I'm the proof. I wear them every day, even when I'm biking at the gym. So go in, take the free test walk at the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or goodfeet.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. The 2024-25 football season came to a close last night in New Orleans with Super Bowl 59, and a game that wasn't as close as the final score might indicate. The Eagles hammered the Chiefs 40-22 as Philadelphia claims their second Lombardi trophy in franchise history. The Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts was named the game's MVP after he racked up 293 yards and 3 scores. We have updated top 25 rankings for both men's and women's college basketball. For the men, Auburn is still number 1. They're followed by Alabama, Duke, Florida, and Tennessee in the top 5. The top-ranked Tigers will face the number 2 Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa this coming Saturday. As for the Ohio State men, they're back on the hardwood on Wednesday night. That's when they host Washington at 8:30. On the women's side of things, unbeaten UCLA is still number 1. They're followed by Notre Dame, Texas, South Carolina, and LSU. The Ohio State women slipped down to 1 spot this week from number 8 to number 9. The Buckeye women will host Minnesota on Thursday night. Breaking sports news. When it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. R.I.P. to former Bears and Bills head coach Dick Jauron. He died this weekend of cancer. He was 74. But the story I was reading said he was diagnosed with cancer last week. And died that week. So, yeah.
I mean, you hear stories like that, but usually it's because there were. I'm not saying this happened with him. I just know, like in my own family, I've had relatives who they get diagnosed, and it's like, there's nothing we can do because people wouldn't go get regular checks. They wouldn't go to the doctor. They wanted to avoid it. And then they finally go, and it's like, if you come in a year ago, maybe we could do more for you. But now we're kind of there's not much we can do.
I don't know what the situation was.
Let's hope that wasn't the case with him, right?
The passing was quick. But to a man, you will not find a former player with one negative thing to say about Dick Jauron.
Really?
That doesn't. They love him. He was a guy who apparently never yelled and never swore.
Wow. Well,
he got his point across. He went to Yale. Just a nice, mild-mannered person. However, he is also the source of one of the greatest quotes of all time. This is back when he was coaching the Bears. And things were not going well. He was at media availability. And someone said to him, you said on your radio show this week, blank. And I forget what the actual question or statement was about. And his response, one of my all-time favorite lines was, that's not my show, but I'm on that show. Just one of my favorite lines. Now, I want to point out the name of the show that's not his show was called The Dick Jauron Show.
Right. That's not my show. I'm just on that show.
That's not my show.
The name of the show is your name.
But I'm on that show.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm sure he meant something else by that than what that sounds like, but that sounds really dumb.
So R.I.P. to Dick Jauron. He apparently was a very nice man. People liked him. Speaking of not a nice man, Schefter.
Oh, there we go.
He may be not nice either. I don't know. He's grumpy. He's reporting it's unlikely that Aaron Rodgers returns to the Jets. Source, common sense.
Yeah, I would think the Jets are probably glad to be done with that experiment. And Aaron Rodgers, plays this all the time where it's like, I don't know if I want to be here.
You know where he's going?
Where's he going to go?
I'm going to tell you.
You better not say any towns in Ohio.
No.
Okay, good.
No. I don't think the Browns are going to do it.
I would hope not.
Browns are either doing Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins. One of those two.
You don't think they're drafting anybody?
I didn't say they wouldn't draft somebody.
Oh, okay, I see.
But that's not going to be their starting quarterback next year.
I see.
I bet he goes to the Steelers.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a total shock.
I bet he goes to the Steelers. Same sort of situation as they had this year, where Justin Fields is there and Aaron Rodgers is there, and Tomlin's going to defer to the veteran every single time, but he'll have his chance to either play himself into that job or play himself out of that job.
Yeah, I don't. How do you think that's going to work out for the Steelers? Because I think that will be maybe, let's say, maybe a 5 to 10% chance that it's better than it was this year.
The Steelers will always be the Steelers. They'll win 9-10 games, probably fall ass backwards into the playoffs, and then accomplish little to nothing.
Yeah. It boggles my mind that we are talking about with this Steelers team still. I mean, Mike Tomlin, when did he win the Super Bowl? Was that 2008? 2009? Something like that? It's been a long time ago. That was Super Bowl 53?
What do we just have? 59, right?
No, that's not right.
That's not
I'm
right.
reading the XL. No, XL's, I'm sorry, 43. I could do Roman numerals. Super Bowl 43 is when they won, Mike. And we're at 59 now?
Yeah.
16 years ago. Just saying, do you still believe in that? Does that make, do we think, 2008 season. Do we still think he's the guy there?
Ownership does.
Yeah, I know. You and I aren't ownership. Just saying, if I'm not a Steelers fan either, but if you're a Steelers fan at some point.
Let me ask you a question.
Like getting close to the playoffs, making the playoffs, then being like a one and done if you get there. Is that really what you envision yourselves being for the next 5 years?
Now, that's not to say that he's the right man for the job. But if the Roonies called up every other team in the league and said, hey, good news, we're putting Mike Tomlin on the trade market.
Yeah.
You think other teams are offering up a first-round pick for Mike Tomlin?
See, that's an interesting question. I don't think... There probably would be a team that would, because there's so many teams, my own Cleveland Browns being one of them, that have struggled to just consistently make the playoffs, that level of success would be very much worth it to them to get rid of a first-round pick, to say, that's all right, we got the guy, though. He's going to help us get there. I don't think, though, that you can say over the last decade that this team... I don't know, man. Like, do you feel like this is a team that's moving in a direction where they're getting closer and closer to figuring out how to get back to the Super Bowl? Or does it feel like they're going to spend the next couple years spinning their wheels on a quarterback while they have I don't want to say transformational defense, but certainly a defense that rivals any of the defenses we saw late in the playoffs?
No, you can say, and you'd be right, they have a championship defense.
Yeah.
That's a defense that wins championships. They just don't necessarily have the consistency on offense to pair with that. And that's a shame if you're a Steeler fan, because your championship defense won't stay that way for a while. That's why we have a salary cap, and it's hard to do it. But, they seem content. I guess they did go out and draft Kenny Pickett. It just didn't work.
Yeah, because I think he's on the Eagles now. I think he played in that game last night.
He played in the game last night.
Yeah.
He had a couple rushes.
That's right.
Got himself a Super Bowl ring.
Look at that.
Is he a guy, too, by the way? Because he played a couple nice possessions in relief. Not last night.
No.
Late in the season when...
the Jalen Hurts.
I was going to say, what's his name?
The Super Bowl MVP.
Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl MVP. When he was concussed, Kenny Pickett had a couple nice moments. And, of course, the league is flavor of a week.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody brings him in for an opportunity to start, but... they did try. They tried to go young. Didn't work. They tried to bring in the veteran guy. We can argue whether it worked or not. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying, to go back to the Steelers, I mean, you're talking about a team that in the last 7 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, 7 seasons, they've either missed the playoffs completely or lost in the wild card round. That's not a one-off thing. I know. You're a very real team now that's not, and one of those years they were like 12-4 and Again, it's just so happened that they were in the wild card game, but that to me still is not an organization that I say right now is headed in the right direction, largely because they spent a lot of years letting Big Ben kind of decide when he wanted to waddle into the horizon and eventually get done playing football, and then they really haven't figured it out since then. So, yeah, that's not all on Mike Tomlin, but at some point something has to change there if you're just going to be this team that always kind of skirts around getting to the playoffs and then loses.
Fox debuted a new score bug last night for the Super Bowl. Everything that I saw online has been negative towards the score bug. I am the most boring person ever, so I enjoyed the simplicity. Didn't bother me. I liked it.
Oh, I liked it too. I thought it was, yeah.
All right. Teddy, how about you? Can we make it 3 for 3 boring people?
I wasn't a big fan of it, actually.
Oh, you know what? Good. I'm glad we have diversity.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it? I'm curious why people didn't like it.
I just didn't like it. Was like these big letters jumping out at me, like, hey, it was just too obvious. It was like, hey,
I'll
just
tell you,
more subtle is what I want.
They were a little large, but I liked the fact there was no background on it. I liked that it was just kind of there, but I felt like I was seeing more of the screen. I feel like, to me, it was less distracting, but to each their own.
The letters were threatening to you. You felt triggered by those letters.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Okay. Most people had thumbs down. You know what, Bone? You and me don't belong in society.
Apparently not.
Bone had a bit of a cleavage problem over the weekend. Not his cleavage, someone else's cleavage. He'll tell you about it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should know that southbound 71's off-ramp to westbound I-70 on the north side is currently closed. And there's a slowdown on northbound 270 on the east outer belt between 33 and I-70, about a 10-minute delay. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get ready to make the big game even bigger at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. With 2 massive jumbotrons, over 50 feet of screen, and more than 30 TVs, you won't miss a single play, touchdown, or highlight. Fuel your game with mouthwatering food and bucket specials. Plus, warm up with our pregame cornhole toss for your chance to win big before kickoff. Reserve your table now for the best seat in the house. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Buckeye fans, it's time for date night with Ohio State women's basketball. This Thursday, February 13th, join us at the Shot to watch the Buckeyes take on Minnesota. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Bo Bishop here. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or the 3 restaurant locations in Gahanna, Grandview, or Westerville. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen. Get ECO.
ECO.
Aaron, I've been thinking. About what? About how you invented a way to fix ACs for free.
Get ECO.
ECO.
When customers buy a new HVAC system, we give back all the money they paid us to repair their old system.
Yeah, I know. Up to $1,500.
Get ECO.
ECO.
We're basically extending the life of their old system for free.
That's right. Those extra years are free. On me.
Don't you think it would be better if we said those extra years are a plus on us?
Sure. We can say that if you want.
I think it would be better.
Get ECO.
ECO.
We don't want people to forget that you have a silent partner.
Remind me, how did we become partners?
Aaron, we became partners when you let me move into your spare office, and I began giving you free advice instead of paying rent.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Best deal I ever made.
I feel that way, too.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
February is Children's Dental Health Month, so make sure you make an appointment for your child to visit an Ohio Dental Association member dentist. ODA member dentists are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and have access to superior ongoing education and training. On your next visit, ask if your child's dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association and American Dental Association, so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking at a beautiful, gorgeous start to the work week. We do warm up to about 38 degrees this afternoon. Cloudy, but not as cold tonight, low 28. Snow showers on your Tuesday. Looking at about a dusting in the metro area. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow, and what a plug sheet it is. Morning Juice, 6:30 tomorrow morning, Anthony Schlegel. He's crazy. He's a Buckeye legend. He'll be on. 7:17 on Morning Juice, Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator. Dom Taberry will be on Bishop and Friends at 10:30. Adam Jardy from the Dispatch will be on Rothman and Ice at 2 o'clock. And just tomorrow on this show, it just said blank. We have no one. But we have ourselves.
That's right. We'll have lots of goofy. We'll have game show. We'll have rapid fire.
Vince McMahon will join us on tomorrow's
is that right?
program.
Okay.
Yep. Fresh off his Super Bowl appearance. First time in a long time. But now that his wife is going to be Secretary of Education or whatever the hell that title is.
That's right.
He's got to start stepping out. I think they're separated, though.
Are they really?
I think so.
Well,
good for her.
I don't know if you've read the news on Vince McMahon in the last, 2 decades of his life.
Oh, come on, man. You got to know.
Kind of a creepy F.
You got to know that's going on.
Yeah.
There's no way Linda McMahon woke up one day and said, oh, my God, I think my husband's a monster. She always knew.
Well.
She just excused it away.
Yeah. You would think the storyline where, like we talked about earlier, where she's in a coma and he's openly making out with people in front of her. It's like, oh, that's just his character. It's
that's just fiction,
yes,
Bone.
But it's not like the writers are writing these parts. And he's like, honey, I'm powerless to do this. I just own the company that I employed these writers and then basically told them to write these storylines where I make out with all the hottest women right in front of you. I would think she would have known by then, if nothing else.
Teddy, how's the wrestling going? You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's still pretty good. We're just we're kind of in that area before WrestleMania, and we don't know exactly where things are headed. We were hoping maybe we're going to get little Cody Rhodes, John Cena main event WrestleMania.
Would you like that?
I think I would. I mean, this is Cena's last run. The other option may be like a CM Punk in there. You know, I think that would be a good match too. But so we don't know exactly what it's going to be. We got the Elimination Chamber coming up here next month. Right. John Cena will be in that, as well as, what is there, like 6 guys, I think, that are in that.
That sounds right.
And then they'll fight to see who gets to, main event WrestleMania as well. And I think most people think John Cena will probably win that.
Well, Jey Uso's the guy right now.
He won the Rumble, so he gets to choose one of their two championship titles.
That he gets to go up against in WrestleMania.
Exactly. But somebody else gets the opportunity as well, which we think it'll be John Cena. It's going well.
Thanks, Teddy.
Back to you.
Bone.
Yes, man.
You had a little situation with cleavage this weekend.
Yeah, over the weekend we went out to dinner. We went over to the Cheesecake Factory at Easton, right? And nice place. Always enjoy going there. Went with my sister-in-law.
You know what they have there?
What do they have there?
Pretty good cheesecake.
Yes, we had to explain.
And everything else on earth.
We had to explain to my 5-year-old. She was like, I don't want cheesecake. And we're like,
you don't have to get it.
They've got literally everything there. And up to and including, we got there early enough, they had brunch. So she had pancakes is what she had there. Anyway, where I'm seated in this table, we're sitting, and I have about 3 people to my right before I can see my sister-in-law. That's where she's sitting across from me, my sister-in-law, Katie. So talking with her, I'm looking to my right, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just to the right of her ear, behind her a few feet, there is another table. And there's a woman who is facing me because it's at an angle. And as I'm talking to Katie, I happen to notice behind her, there is a woman who has a very low-cut shirt on, which is showing a little bit of cleavage. I mean, I noticed it. It wasn't, egregious or anything. It was fine. Good for her.
But
where would you want to wear?
The Hooters were popping out.
Well, where would you want to wear? That's not why people dress the way they do. Dress how you want.
But you were leering at her.
Well, no. Here's the problem I face, and I need your advice on what I should have done here. I don't think I could have done anything different than what I did. I think I handled it the best way I could because I'm maintaining eye discipline with my sister-in-law. I'm listening to her.
Mm-hmm.
I just happened to, it wasn't right at first, but I eventually noticed there's a person looking at me, right behind Katie's head.
She thinks
this
you're
person
staring
keeps
at her?
looking at me, and I eventually look over when she's not looking at me to see why is this person looking at me, and that's when I noticed, there's some cleavage. And then I realized, oh no, does this look like I'm looking at her, but I'm actually looking at Katie?
Was she winking at you? Was there an opportunity in the parking lot?
I bet if anything, she was like, look at this creepy F just staring over here. And it's like, I'm not staring at you. I'm looking at my sister-in-law trying to talk to her. But I'm just saying, I don't know what I should have done there.
Here's what you should have done.
Because I can't just ignore her, right?
You've known your sister-in-law for 20 years.
Yeah.
This is not somebody you just met.
No.
You look at her and say, hey, Katie, I'm not being rude. You have breasts over your shoulder. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can't look at you directly in the eye.
Right.
There's too much breast there. And then she'd turn around, see the situation, and she wouldn't blame you if you just looked down at your feet the entire time.
No, I am just saying at that point, I don't know. I felt bad. So if you were that person, you're like, there was this creepy old man with a white beard staring at me. Just know I wasn't. I was talking to my sister-in-law, but you were just in the line of sight. And I'm not, I literally, I've been married for almost 20 years. I got great eye discipline. I'm there. I'm locked in. If I'm talking to my wife, even if I'm not, but I'm talking, someone walks by, I'm not paying. I'm looking at her. I'm talking to her.
right.
I'm locked in.
So you were the creepy one this weekend. Unintentionally, right?
No, not intentionally at all.
Still creepy. I had a situation this weekend. Again, all of this happens to me at the grocery store because that's the only place that I go. I don't leave my house for anything else, right? So I'm in the grocery store. I'm with Samantha. We're in the frozen aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get some of my expensive ass ice cream.
Okay.
My Van Leeuwen
the
ice cream.
I keep wanting to call it the Lululemon, but that's
it's not that at all.
Yeah.
There was a listener there, and he actually said to me, he introduced himself, said, hey, I tried that ice cream that you told me to try.
Yeah.
That peanut butter brownie honeycomb ice cream. That ice cream gave me such a boner. Samantha's just looking up. And then he looks at me and says, yeah, you say that stuff all the time. It's like, yeah. You know, I do say that stuff all the time, but I'm not in the car with you.
You know
I'm
what?
not looking at your child when I'm saying it. You're making eye contact with my kid, and you're emphasizing the boner.
But see, here's the thing. You're saying it because it's just you and me in here, and it's easy to forget. There are people, but there's like literally someone right now driving their 85-year-old grandma to their dialysis appointment, right? And then you say the word boner to me, and we laugh, but then 85-year-old grandma going to dialysis is like, why are they talking about boners? And then you got to explain it.
What was the problem with, though? Us or whoever's driving her to the appointment?
Fine, but
they have it on. They have us on.
They have us on. You're right. But some of those people who have us on are like, yeah, Graham, you hear that? Like, they don't find anything wrong with it. And maybe that's who comes up to you in the aisle and it's like, hey, let me say the words back to you that you say to me. That's really all they're doing. They're just repeating. It's like if a band had a great song and the lyrics, whoa, we're halfway there. Like, they're going to sing them back to you. That's the goal, Bon Jovi. That's what you want. So all he's doing is singing back your lyrics. Just singing them back to you.
Don't give me like a me like here, my guy or something.
Well, some people like the deep.
That.
Some people like the deep cuts.
That is a deep cut.
Yeah.
All right, I got nothing else for you.
That's fine.
Teddy, what do you got? People going up to you this weekend saying that ice cream is so good.
Well,
give me a boner.
Yeah, it was exactly that.
I have a question for you.
What?
Did either of you have a commercial that you enjoyed in the Super Bowl that you found to be good?
I don't pay attention.
How do you not pay attention?
I mean,
what are you doing?
I'm on my pad. I look at my pad. That's what I do.
The porn pad? Why are you looking
It's
at?
not porn.
You said
there's
the pad.
other things on the pad.
Well, I don't know what you're looking at during the game.
Yeah. I got my wife and daughter sitting next to me. Hold on a second.
I don't know why you're not just watching the game. It's right there in front of you.
I was watching the game. Then when the game goes off, I don't care about all the commercials are the same. First of all, don't these celebrities have enough damn money?
Well,
like Harrison Ford. You got like $200 million. He'd be sitting in a Jeep, 85-year-old ass in a Jeep, selling me stuff. It used to be back in the day, these celebrities, they had tact. They'd go to Japan and do a commercial because they didn't want to be caught dead on American TV hawking a product. Now, how many commercials was Matt Damon in yesterday?
He was in the Dunkin' one, and I believe he was in that Stella Artois commercial with David Beckham.
You didn't have money.
David Beckham owns the team that Lionel Messi plays for in MLS right now. Like, he owns that Miami team. He's in a commercial. So, yeah, apparently they're paying well, Mike, or well enough to get these people to stop what they're doing and go shoot a commercial.
I saw the Seal commercial.
I thought you would like that.
I like Seal.
It's Baja Blast. It's Kiss from a Rose, except it was Kiss from a Lime. And then Seal as an animal seal was, I thought, quite an interesting CGI experiment.
Well, then he made an appearance as himself then
at the very end. Yes,
he's a good looking seal.
Can you sing us a little, Seal?
So, Teddy, the answer is no. He cannot.
What was wrong with that?
What do you mean? Everything.
I'm trying not to get us popped by YouTube.
Oh,
if I make it sound too much like Seal.
You know what? Let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's just try. See if you can do it.
I don't know the words. I'll look up the words and I'll report back.
Don't look up the words.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to do Yikes coming up next.
I thought you liked Seal.
I do like Seal, but I don't remember all the
words. So
I don't remember the words to anything. What are you talking about?
You remember every line from Seinfeld. How do you remember that?
Different.
You can't remember a song.
No, it's different.
You remember a 20-minute episode from 1994, but you can't remember a song that's 3 minutes long? What are you doing?
Yikes is next, and I will sing you some Seal.
Oh, boy.
And if your 85-year-old is going to dialysis, God bless. She's going to love some Seal.
Yeah.
Back in 2 minutes, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 23. Crews are on scene there, causing some delay. And there's a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more. For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Maybe your furnace isn't running so well. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater, or maybe it's just a leaky sink. Let my team take care of you the same way they take care of all my championship buddies. Check us out at carpentercolumbus.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
All right, you want me to sing some Seal?
I mean,
I will.
You've gone through all the trouble of pulling it up, I guess. Sure.
Well, that doesn't sound enthusiastic. Teddy, do you want to hear me sing some Seal?
Yes!
This is him now. This isn't me.
Oh, really?
Just in case you couldn't tell the difference between the two of us. All right, people, I'll sing.
I like how you just stopped it out after a second. That's good.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea, and you became the light on the dark side of me. Hiding close is a fantastic piece of ass.
Wow.
My
Takes a while.
eyes become large, and the light that you shine can't be seen. Oh, it's horrible. Yes, that was tough.
Yeah.
I felt that on the inside.
You know, he didn't even really get going yet, and you just already got...
First of all, I'm sitting down.
I thought...
I can't expand the diaphragm. That's the reason why
Teddy,
singers stand up and they gyrate. And
Yeah. If he was standing up, it would sound note for note, pitch for pitch,
It would have,
right?
yeah.
He would have hit everything. Can I just ask, when I said, like, can you sing a little Seal? I didn't mean, like, do you have all 3 verses? Remember, I just meant, can you sing, like, from a Kiss from a Rose? You can't sing that one line? You need all that?
I got to start from the beginning. I can't jump in midway through the song. I don't know why. All right, yikes. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The Eagles were in Pat Mahomes' face all night. They sacked him 6 times, which was the most he's ever taken in any game, regular season or postseason. Yikes. And what makes it even more amazing, the Eagles didn't blitz. Yikes. Now, normally when people say that, what they actually mean is they didn't blitz a lot. No, the Eagles didn't blitz at all for the entire game. Since next-gen stats have existed, this is the only 4th time. This is only.
This is only.
This is only.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba. This is only the 4th time that's ever happened. Yikes. That's all.
Last night, immediately after the Super Bowl ended,
Ba-ba-da.
your Chicago Bears, Mike, tweeted out the following. Oh, let's get to work.
That's right.
As in, the season ended, so now everyone's back at zeros.
Tied first place. I'm with you.
They also tweeted out a video of their players and new head coach Ben Johnson. I'm going to say yikes. Guys, it's just a few minutes after the confetti dropped. The Eagles won. Chiefs lost, but a lot of teams had really good seasons. The Bears were not among any of those teams that had great seasons. Stop trying to, immediately clean the chalkboard off after the Eagles just completed the math problem. Let everyone see their work for a few days. And then, once we get that through, once the parade happens, then you can do your 0-0. Season starts now, fine. But now don't diminish from what the Eagles are doing. You suck. You're probably going to suck again, Bears. Yikes.
So the Live Golf Tour, they were in Riyadh this past weekend, and they had their Fox Sports debut being broadcast on FS2. Well, the broadcast, which was on from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., they averaged 12,000 viewers. Yikes. For comparison, on the PGA Tour, they had 24,000 people just around the 16th hole at their tournament. Yikes. Now, the American Cornhole League, it averages over 50,000 viewers for their broadcast, so more people watch that than watch John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau playing golf. Yikes.
A Bryan Adams concert. Remember Bryan Adams? Summer of 69, right?
Yeah.
He was playing in Perth. Well, he was supposed to play in Perth, Australia. It was canceled yesterday due to an enormous fatberg in the city, posing a risk of backed-up toilets at the arena. Fatbergs are hard, large masses that can form when non-biodegradable waste, like wet wipes, are flushed and mixed with fat, oil, feces, and grease deposits. Yikes. But it's not all bad news. Fatbergs have been considered a source of fuel. Yikes. Most of the fatberg discovered in Whitechapel in London in 2017, it weighed 130 tons.
Oh.
It was destroyed, but some of it was converted into biodiesel. See?
Oh.
You can make lemonade out of a big giant clog of oil and ass wipes. Yes. And yikes.
So a lot of people trying to get their kudos and congratulations into the Eagles after their massive victory in the Super Bowl. NBC Sports tried to jump in on the trend. They tweeted the following yesterday right after the game, quote, "Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on their second Super Bowl victory and first ever NFL championship win by a team which began the season with a game available nationally exclusively on a streaming service."
Peacock?
Yes, because that's what everyone thought was like, guys, I know the Eagles won, but is any team ever won a Super Bowl after having their game, first game of the season, nationally available exclusively on a streamer? The answer now apparently is yes, and NBC let us know it was the Eagles on Peacock in Brazil, of all places. Bro, WTF and yikes.
NBA player Dennis Schroeder, he's been with 5 teams this season. Yikes. He started the season with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, back in December, he was traded to Golden State. On Thursday, which was the trade deadline, he was part of the Jimmy Butler trade. He was sent to Miami, but rerouted to the Utah Jazz. And right before the trade deadline closed, he was then traded to the Pistons. Yikes. So he was essentially on 4 teams in 24 hours. Yikes.
But I want you to remember this. Whenever you get like a douchebag telling you we need to eat like our ancestors ate. Okay? Human remains discovered in a cave in Poland have revealed that ancient European groups cannibalized the dead in an act of war. Yikes. A new analysis, or as I like to call it, analysis, of cut marks and fractures on the bones suggests people removed the ears and scooped out the brains of their enemies shortly after they died. Yikes. Further evidence of butchering could be seen on the shoulder, arm, and leg bones. Yikes. The pattern of cut marks and fracturing suggested that people prioritized the removal of the most nutritious and calorie-dense parts of the corpses, including brains, bone marrow, and muscles, shortly after the individuals died, to ensure that those tasty parts stayed warm. Yikes.
The Lakers, Mike, they had made a big trade to get Luka Doncic last week. Then they said, you know what we need is a center because we just got rid of Anthony Davis. Let's go out and get a guy. So they traded Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and a first-round pick in 2031 to the Charlotte Hornets?
Charlotte Hornets.
Yes, in exchange for a center, in exchange for Mark Williams. A big man who has had a few, health concerns, but not enough to prevent them from wanting to make this trade. Except he went for his physical, and it turns out the health issues were more than they thought. Shams Charania tweeted out, Mark Williams' physical with the Lakers showed multiple issues, and the team failed him on the exam. Yikes. Now, if this had happened before the trade deadline came up in the NBA, they could have, the Lakers, called back the Hornets and said, hey, you know what? We're trading you all this stuff. We're getting a guy back who's got some injury issues. We still want him, but, we're going to take one of these players out of the deal, or maybe the pick's going to change. They could have amended the contract, the deal. Instead, because it's after the trade deadline, there's only one thing you can do. Keep the trade as is or completely revoke it. The Lakers chose the latter. So now all these guys, Cam Reddish, Dalton Connect, Mark Williams, have to go back to the teams that are like, yeah, we don't want you. Get out of here. We're sending you over to this other team. What an awkward situation for all involved. Yikes.
All right, Mike. Now, last week, I believe you were telling us about the possibility of an asteroid striking the Earth in 2032.
It was like 1.7% chance or something.
I've got an update on this. So it looks like at the beginning of January, it was like 1% chance to strike the Earth. And then at the end of January, it came up to about 1.6%. Last week, it climbed to 2.3%.
I don't like those odds.
And now it is actually up into 2.4%. Yikes. So I'm not saying it's possible, but the numbers are increasing bit by bit. Yikes.
Now, when's the expected hit date on this? Like 2032?
Yeah, sometime in 2032.
Coming holiday season. I think it's December 22nd or somewhere around there. 2032. That's one hell of a Christmas gift.
What's Billy Bob Thornton doing? He could help.
What did Billy Bob do?
He was the guy at NASA for the movie Armageddon.
Oh.
When we sent the mission up there to bust up the asteroid.
I forgot that Billy Bob was in that movie. That's been a while, I guess.
I saw Billy Bob in Love Actually. He was playing the American president.
Yeah, sleazebag.
Perv that's like licking his lips. Yes.
Was he wearing the vial of Angelina Jolie's blood during that movie?
I think it was around that time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was...
Oh, gosh, that's right.
That's right. Remember, they both had the vial of each other's blood? Made no sense.
He's had some different roles.
I have a bit of info that's going to blow your mind coming up. It blew mine. I was blown. And that's coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 15-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. And traffic is moving slow on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt from Main Street to I-70. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For 100 years, our passionate Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
At Twin Peaks, they're proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Plus, check out their barrel selects that are handpicked by their team and bottled just for you. Supply is limited. Check with your favorite location to see what they're pouring. Cheers.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden, as you get older, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait, make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now, so go to qckinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-208-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Guys, let's talk about getting back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program. I learned about the personalized treatment at Low T Center and the results you can expect with customized TRT. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book an appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set a second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get on all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The New Year's celebration is come and gone, but my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin are still offering those great deals. Rich is sticking with rates starting as low as 0% and leases starting from only $249 a month. Test drive the Prologue, the new all-electric SUV from Honda. And how about the very popular CR-V LX all-wheel drive? A 25 lease is only $349 a month for 36 months with $19.99 down. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
What'd you think of the halftime show? You like it?
I enjoyed it. I think Kendrick Lamar is great, especially if he's listening. I want him to know I have nothing but positive things to
You
say.
have no beef with him.
I don't ever want to have beef with the man, not ever. After what I saw he did to Drake, that is the ultimate victory lap of victory laps he took yesterday, my friend. That was quite the thing.
What was Serena Williams doing? Because she was like a background dancer.
Well, she was very prominently featured. I'm watching the halftime show and I'm enjoying it. I like Kendrick Lamar. I am more of a playlist guy when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. I don't go through all the albums. I'm not encyclopedic, but I have him on a few playlists. I like some of his music. So I was recognizing some songs. And I'm like, I'm enjoying this. And then I'm talking to my kids. I'm looking back. And then I thought, if I didn't know better, I would say that was Serena Williams just there, crip walking during this halftime show. I thought, well, I'm probably wrong. And then, of course, after the halftime show, all the social media is posting that, yes, that was, in fact, Serena Williams. Kendrick Lamar is from Compton. Serena Williams is from Compton. Now, that's probably the main connection here. Sidebar connection might be that Kendrick Lamar and Drake have had a long-running feud that Kendrick Lamar has arguably won, given that the song about Drake that he wrote called They Not Like Us, that song won the Grammy and was like the ending song he had in this Super Bowl halftime show. Serena Williams had a relationship at some point, or at least Drake and her, there were rumors about them having a relationship.
I did not know that.
That's another added layer to this of like, not only is she, one of the most successful people to come out of Compton along with Kendrick Lamar, like that's a great moment for them, but also there might have been a little bit of that backstory going on too. Yeah, I thought it was a well done thing. Samuel L. Jackson showing up as Uncle Sam and the messaging there, the messaging of that whole performance I thought was spectacular. I thought I loved every minute of it. I thought it was great.
I didn't watch it.
I know you did.
I watched the Puppy Bowl. You watch Puppy Bowl, Teddy? You like puppies?
No, I'm not a big puppy guy, actually.
What are you talking about? You don't like puppies? It was all about rescuing the puppies. That's your thing.
Well,
Teddy.
rescuing dogs. I mean, puppies. I mean, it's rescue all animals and dogs and everything. But I mean, if I don't need to have
I get it.
Puppy. because puppies are just so active. It's way too active for me.
Okay.
You know?
I get Teddy. I get
like
it.
the senior dogs.
They're not in your house, Ted. They're on TV. Good news.
WWE in your house, except it's puppies. They just show up and they're there.
Was The Rock and Mick Foley wrestling at halftime?
I would have watched that.
That's what I wanted.
Did you see the controversy last year with the Puppy Bowl? Are you aware of this thing?
No.
Not a controversy.
I didn't know there was controversy.
Well, it's not a controversy. It's a thing that, I mean, all right, I'll just tell you. So there's a dog that came out. I don't remember the dog's name. I don't remember what kind of breed it was, but it's a puppy. It was a tiny little, like, teacup looking thing.
All right.
So some kind of cute little dog. It had big brown eyes, just the cutest little puppy you could ever imagine. And he's falling all over the place. He's real fluffy.
And it turned out it wasn't a puppy. It was Danny Almonte?
Yes, that's right.
They forged the birth certificate?
The puppy was 32 years old. Yes. No, they so people last year were like, "Oh, this puppy." Social media going crazy. This puppy. Oh my God, love this puppy. It's great. Well, they film the Puppy Bowl days or maybe even weeks before they actually air it because they have to edit it.
They do?
Yeah, they're not.
I thought it was live.
No, it's not live. They're cutting the cutest moments. They got commentators
I didn't know.
with little jokes. They got all their names about anyway. So all this is done. It's in the can, right? Well, the thing ends, and at the end of the Puppy Bowl last year, a slide pops up that says, with that little cute puppy, and says, whatever his name was, Prince Cute or whatever. They're like, Prince Cute, unfortunately, succumbed to kidney disease.
Oh, no. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. That was last year where they're like, oh, at the end of this,
You
remember that cute puppy you love?
You got to edit him out of the show.
Well, you would think.
You got to retcon him.
But instead, they said, nope, let's show everybody this cute puppy. Let's get them all invested in him. And then even think, maybe, can I adopt this puppy? And the answer is, no one can. He's already been adopted by God. The puppy was so cute, God was like, that's mine, thanks. He's going to come up here. And that was it. So I'm just saying, this year, no, I didn't watch the Puppy Bowl because I didn't want to have one of those moments where I'm getting gut punched.
I was playing with the puppy this morning.
You're all in on the puppy
neighbor
now.
dog, Toby, came over to the bus stop.
It's a good name for a dog.
Toby, short for Toblerone.
Oh, I see.
Toblerone Waffles is his full name.
That's a good name for a dog.
He is the cutest thing.
What kind of dog?
Icelandic sheepdog.
Oh, yeah. That's Ted, you got one of those, right? Icelandic sheepdogs just hanging around?
Cute.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like he runs on AA batteries. He comes right up to you. He licks you.
That's great. Well, you know what? I am glad for you because I know you are not a dog person.
I'm not an anything person.
You're not
I'm not
an animal person. You don't like animals around you.
I'm 45 years old. I've never had a pet in my entire life. And guess what? It ain't going to change. Maybe if the wife drops dead tomorrow, perhaps I'll soften the blow for my daughter by saying, here's a cat. Maybe.
Jeez. All right. That's kind of bleak. That's the only way we're getting a pet? Is it? Someone's got to die?
Someone important has to die. Like if you die, I'm not getting a pet.
I got it. Yeah, thanks.
I got it. I may get a co-host that's an animal. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can see that too. That totally makes sense.
Your co-host could be Seal.
Yeah. That's a very good point. You have told me off the air though that this dog, if there was ever a dog you would consider cleaning up the poo for, you said it would be this little Icelandic wolfhound or whatever it is.
It's an Icelandic sheepdog.
Icelandic wolf dog.
Woof. Hey, wolf dog, you got Coke Zero? Why not? All right, here, I saw this. It blew my mind. Ready?
Okay.
NASCAR. You like the NASCAR, right?
Yeah. Both of us do, Ted.
In
That's
unison.
Right. Yeah.
So there was a list of the top advertisers for NASCAR for the entire last season, okay? Which company aired the most commercials on NASCAR races the entire last season? The answer is Toyota.
Okay.
They aired 229 commercials during NASCAR races. That is number one. Number two is Wendy's with 187.
Okay.
All right. Then it's some medication group. Then it's Progressive and Ford. So there's your top five. Toyota, number one with a bullet, 229 commercials in NASCAR programming. That amounted for $3.3 million. Okay? So Toyota aired 229 commercials for $3.3 million. Last night, there were companies for 30 seconds paying $8 million for one spot on the Super Bowl. Now, who am I to argue the effectiveness of that 30 seconds. Perhaps, these companies like Dunkin' Donuts can't keep anything in stock today. I don't know.
Right.
And that's independent of what it cost to actually produce the commercial.
Yeah, because you had to get Ben Affleck and all these stars in it, right? So that wasn't cheap.
But the amount of money that you're spending on one commercial, Toyota, 229 commercials, they spent $3.3 million in NASCAR programming.
To get it placed on NASCAR.
I got to assume that's a better bang for your buck from a business standpoint.
Well, I would think so, too, because you're right. Like Stella Artois just did the thing with David Beckham and Matt Damon, right? So I could see there might be some people that would say, oh, yeah, I got that top of mind. They go out, get whatever. But
to justify the cost of it, though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, probably not, right? They're probably not making that back. But 200 ads for any product would probably help you get more of that top of mind thing, but especially for a car. Most people aren't going out today. They see a commercial like, oh, this brand tomorrow. Yeah, let's go get a car, honey. Like there's probably got to be a lot of reminders to you over time that, hey, next time you go to get a vehicle, why don't you go get this kind? Because it's better than the other ones.
Advertising is about repetition.
I would think that Toyota ad 200 times over the course of a NASCAR season would be a lot more effective to those viewers than it would be just to have one ad for Toyota on a Super Bowl.
So anyway, I found that interesting. Toyota, 229 spots during NASCAR programming, $3.3 million. Or a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl, $8 million. Plus the cost of production.
I'm starting to feel like the Super Bowl ads, they're just like, well, we're a giant company. We don't want to be the only one that doesn't have an ad. We have to do it just to save face and show how powerful we are.
Yeah.
But I bet you it's not nearly as effective as doing smaller ads over a longer period of time to a smaller audience, I mean.
Fat Boy Food Tap! Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt between 33 and I-70. And we also have a 5-minute delay on westbound 104 between South High Street and 71. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, Care is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
2025 Hondas in stock, fresh off the truck.
Come test drive one during Lindsay Honda's Cash for Clunkers. Up to $2,500 or $3,500 minimum for any trade. Just bring your clunker to Lindsay. 2025 CRVs and Ridgelines, both $299 a month. That's $299 a month or clunker cash going on now.
The lot is full and the deals are on.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Let Diamond Seller's Blue Box be a part of your forever. Join us February 21st and 22nd for Wedding Weekend and save big on wedding and anniversary bands. Plus, enjoy special no-interest financing on engagement rings. Visit Diamond Seller on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with the High State football news as we learned today that the Buckeyes will hold their spring showcase on April 12th later on this spring. This event is essentially what will be the spring game this year for Ohio State, although it's yet to be determined whether or not this will be a traditional spring game like in years past. Staying with Ohio State football news, Pete Thamel of ESPN reported today that tight ends coach Keenan Bailey is set to be promoted to co-offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes. Bailey will continue to coach tight ends for what will be a third year in a row this fall. College basketball this week for the Ohio State men and women. The OSU men will host Washington on Wednesday night at 8:30. And then this weekend, the Buckeyes will host number 20 Michigan on Sunday afternoon. As for the 9th-ranked Ohio State women, they play just one game this week. That'll be on Thursday night when they host the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Tip-off in that one is at 7:30. And in the NBA tonight, the Cavaliers host the Timberwolves in Cleveland. Tip-off is at 7. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Talking to you from my basement. I have no pants on. We're talking about inappropriate things, and it's all brought to you by my friends at the Lion's Den. I tell you, I made the rounds on Saturday. Saturday, I went to see Bob Capace.
Oh, yeah?
Over at Worthington Jewelers.
How's he doing?
He's doing fine now. He's got more of my money. Because I took Kristen and Samantha with me.
Oh, I see.
I didn't get anything there.
Go figure. They ended up getting something there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Although the difference is Samantha got something for a quarter.
I see. Yeah.
And Kristen did not. It was a quarter of my salary. That's what she spent.
I was going to say, yeah.
But anyway, so went to see Bob Capace and then took a quick swing over to my other friends, the Lion's Den.
Oh, look at that.
Not with the kid.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, you know, I don't know what goes on there.
But Lion's Den brought in a bunch of stuff here. And a lot of it required charging. They don't do batteries anymore. They have USB cables.
Yes.
And so I brought it home. and I was showing Kristen this stuff. Oh, that's nice. Okay, great. Yeah. And then she took it away. And I have yet to see it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what she did with it. So I said to her this weekend, I said, what did you do with all that stuff from the Lion's Den? What do you mean, what did I do with it? Well, where is it? I haven't seen it. I've been using it.
Mm.
Do you enjoy it? Yes.
Okay.
So if you'd like that reaction,
okay,
go see my friends at Bob Capace and the Lion's Den.
Sure. All the above.
Fat Boy Foutier!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right,
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Oh, you know what?
Are you doing it on purpose?
No, you would think it's on purpose. I am just that stupid. It's not on purpose. I'm just that dumb.
Yeah.
All right. I got one tip and one grievance for you. What do you want first?
Yep. Let's go with the tip, and then we'll get to the grievance.
All right, here's a tip. Tonight is the last night for my favorite specialty pizza over at Dewey's, the Blue Ribbon Pizza. Olive oil, mozzarella, provolone, smoked ham, chicken, brown sugar, caramelized red onions, roasted garlic aioli, and parsley after the bake.
Oh.
I love it. It's my favorite specialty pizza they have, and tonight's the last night for it. I'm going to be stopping and getting one. So if you want one, tonight's the night, because tomorrow they start a new one, and Bone's going to hate the new one.
Why am I going to hate the new one?
It's all about dill pickles.
Oh, well.
And Boney no likey pickle.
Yeah, that is true. I don't like the pickles at all, but if you do, then that sounds like a great pie for you.
All right, that's my tip for you. Here's my grievance.
Okay.
Went to Shake Shack this weekend. Now, look, I go to Shake Shack. I enjoy it. I don't go there very often for the reason I'm about to tell you. Kristen loves Shake Shack, wanted to go to Shake Shack. 3 of us. 2 burgers, 1 fry. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not even a cheesy fry or a bacon fry. 2 burgers, 1 fry, 1 tiny little 6-piece chicken thing for Samantha. She also got a lemonade, like a strawberry lemonade, and Kristen and I got 2 large pops. Give me the price.
I'm going to say $45.
$51.
Yeah, that's still $45 is a lot.
Let me tell you something. And this is my thing at Five Guys, where the price of the burger is high, but at least there's a dead animal face. I understand it. Where I get aggravated is when you charge me $4 for a French fry. Because it's a potato. By nature, it is one of the cheapest things you can eat. That's why starving people can afford potatoes.
Sure.
Now, a large pop over at Shake Shack, and I'm not talking about some exotic root beer they're making in the back.
Right.
I'm talking about a good old-fashioned DC like the Prez likes to drink and like I like to drink. $4 for a large pop. And their large isn't even large. It's everybody else's equivalent of a medium. $4 for a large pop.
Now, this is where I feel like the fast food chains, they try to get you, right? Because they know you're going to buy the food. And then the drink, of course, it's good. I like to wash down my fast food with a carbonated beverage, right? I like to have a soda, pop, whatever. But we all go to the store and we know how much that stuff. I don't know how much a Five Guys burger or one of these places burgers cost for them to make it, because I'm not making it the way they like. My burgers don't taste as good as it does when you get it out, right? Their buns may be different. They're doing something on the grill. They're putting extra seasoning on it.
They've got toppings on hand that you don't have in the house. All of that.
And they got people who are trained to make these burgers in a special way that makes them delicious. At least that's the thought, right? So you go to those places. I get why you don't pay that, but I know what the price of Coke is. I buy it all the time. I see it all the time. I can go get a 20 ounce in a bottle for $1.50, $2. I can go to a gas station and get it out of a fountain for $1.50 or less. I can drive through McDonald's and get it for $1.20. I'm just saying.
It's not $1.20 anymore.
All right, what $1.50 now?
$1.69 or something.
Anyway, the point is, when you're doing that, we all know how much that costs. It's the same thing when you go to a ball game and they're like, "Oh, did you want a hot dog? That'll be $12." And you're like, I understand you might have a nicer ballpark Frank, let's say, than what I get at the store, but I know they don't cost $12 a piece to make to get the bun and the hot dog, heat it up and put some toppings on it. There's no way.
$4 for a pop. And you know what? God forbid my wife should have to share a pop. This is a woman that I've been kissing on the mouth for 20 years.
Yeah.
But if you suggest to her, let's get one pop and share it with one straw. You know what, honey? I'll get 2 straws.
Yeah.
And I'll bend one so you know, no, your backwash is still in it.
That's true.
We're married. This isn't a coworker. So I got to spend an extra $4 because she's got the heebie-jeebies.
This is the way it is with my wife. I've suggested this before, too. Like, we could just share. I thought it would be romantic to share a pop. And she goes, oh, yeah, what are we going to do next? Share toothbrushes?
That's not the same.
Well, she's like, but you got the stuff in your mouth. It's going to wash back in. We're eating food. Some of that's going to get in there, just like if you were brushing teeth. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not willing to admit that I'm wrong here, but I'm also not enjoying this argument because I feel like I'm losing.
If it's McDonald's for $1.69, I'll put up with her psychosis. For $4, though? An extra $4? I got to buy her a pop because she's a nutcase?
No kidding. Well, but again, I'm telling you, this is the way it is when we go out, too. There's no sharing drinks. And then, of course, it's we could get each other sick. It's like, yeah, but laying in the bed next to each other, that ain't going to get us sick. You know? So, yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I took up all your time.
No, that's all right. I don't have much other than to tell you that apparently Taco Bell is teasing some new stuff at the end of the month here. They're going to have Crunch Wrap sliders.
So just small Crunch Wraps?
Well, I don't know if they're smaller. I think they're making them with different stuff. For example, steak and queso Crunch Wrap sliders with new green chili queso sauce. This will be dropping in February 27th of this year. So in a few days, a couple weeks away. Now that sounds intriguing. I haven't had a steak and queso Crunch Wrap.
What's that going to cost? $11?
Well, it's got steak and queso on it. You're right. And also, I don't know how much if these are limited release or not, but this is the, I think, 50th anniversary of Taco Bell. So they're doing a Taco Bell birthday cake churro that's going to come out February 20th. Limited time, only until March 5th. So only a couple-week run for these. But if you see one, that might be something to try at Taco Bell.
All right, coming up next, I have some news that will warm you. If you're cold today, I will warm you. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Expect some slow traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Green Lawn Avenue and 315. And keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 670 after 5th Avenue. Police are on scene causing delay. This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit truegreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's trugreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3 Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
At NJM Insurance, we like to think of ourselves as a symphony. We start with a foundation of doing the right thing. Then we layer in dedicated reps whose priority is you. Add in excellent discount programs. And last, but certainly not least, we put our policyholders first. And the reason we don't use jingles or mascots is because it's just not us. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness, the sound of sizzle, the sound of savings. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, deals for days on over 1,000 items throughout the store, plus weekly sales and My Perks for even more savings at the pump. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop. At your neighborhood Giant Eagle. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
If your garage door looks like it's been around since the 90s, the 1890s, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
My name is Paul. I'm 58 years old. I lost 45 pounds thanks to the Awaken 180 program. Before Awaken 180, I was drinking Pepto out of the bottle at night to go to sleep from heartburn. I was struggling getting up and down the stairs, like tired all the time. And I didn't know that's how it wasn't supposed to be. I just accepted that's how my life is. And then one day I said, it doesn't have to be this way. I made a decision to change my life and I chose Awaken 180, and that was the best choice I ever made. I needed support. I'm a person who needed support. Awaken 180 provided that support for me. They changed my relationship with food. I changed it with their guidance. That was the whole thing. I had to change my relationship with food. And I learned how to eat. I learned healthy fats. I learned all about sugar and what it does to me. And I just learned a new way to live.
A change Paul and I both needed and we received with Awaken 180. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Morning Juice.
Justin Fry, we need to fire this guy. This offensive line is... Dude, the offensive line is the reason they won the national championship, because of what they were able to do and how they were able to play.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend
Oh, I'm fine.
when you really felt...
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little bit of sunshine today, light winds and chilly, temperatures in the mid-30s, down to the upper 20s when you wake up on Tuesday morning with cloudy skies and light winds. We'll see some light snow moving in from the south during the course of the morning, little if any accumulation during the day, cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid-30s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The kings of local social media.
Twitters and twatters.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know, you can follow us on the socials. Just go to @ManandBone971 on X. You can also text the burner phone just for giggles. 614-787-3093. I know people are loyal to brands. This will be sad for some of you. I just saw that General Motors will reportedly stop selling the Chevy Blazer in North America.
Oh.
I mean, there are people who exclusively buy Blazers.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Because did they just... Am I wrong? Did they bring that back at some point? I feel like it was gone for a while, and they brought it back.
Yeah.
So now they're taking it away again.
And the Camaro's been let go as well.
Yeah,
so,
that was...
Yeah.
See? That's why... See, Mike? That's why you got to go with the blue oval. Ford.
The blue oval.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that...
Ford power, baby.
E-Mustang looks great.
Hey, I got the real Mustang. I
You
don't know what
do,
you're
yeah.
talking about. But yeah, they got that. They got the Broncos, all that stuff. My guys at Valley Ford of Columbus. They got you covered for all that.
GM reportedly plans to only manufacture electric vehicles at its Mexican facility, which is expected to lead to the Blazers' demise.
I thought they had a new, like, the E-Blazer kind of deal.
Oh, do they?
I thought
That could
so.
be. Well, there you go.
Like, the Daytona 500 pace car this year, I thought was
there
a
is.
electric Blazer.
So maybe they're just getting rid of the gas-powered one?
Yeah, maybe so.
I don't know. They are going to have a special OJ murdering edition of the Chevy Blazer.
That was a white Bronco, actually.
Oh, that's a Bronco. You know what? I'm stupid. Show's over for me. Blazer, Bronco.
Who cares?
What's the difference? Ford, Chevy.
By the way, I have seen a bunch of people doing this. This is nothing about what you were talking about, but it reminded me of like the older car thing. I've seen more and more people taking an old like truck or an old car, and you can tell like they've definitely got it back up and running and nice, but then they'll put the brand new wheels on it, like that are not from the time period where these are from.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put like some extra stuff on it so it's like got a good suspension. And then I saw the other day, I was driving around, I saw a guy who had a big, like, old Ford truck that was, really nicely done, but he had, like, LEDs under it and stuff to make it look more modern. I got to say, I'm not totally against that. I think that's a nice look. I like it when people bring back the old stuff, but put a new twist on it. I think that's cool.
I'm going to warm you.
Oh, yeah, warm us.
If you're cold out there and, football season's over now, well, not the UFL. That's coming for you. But if you don't care about that, like the rest of us.
Right.
Pitchers and catchers report for the Reds on Wednesday. Guardians on Thursday. So, Teddy, they're down there.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the Reds tweet. Desert tweets today. Here's what we have. And then on Wednesday, pitchers and catchers.
Yeah, this is a time of year when there's actually some kind of hope.
You have hope. You got Terry Francona. There's some hope for you.
Yeah, I just wish we could get like an extra outfielder that
you're going to get him. His name is Luis Robert. I'm going to give him to you.
Oh,
he doesn't. Does he play outfield though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play center field.
I think he can play multiple.
He can play all over the place.
So yeah. Then sign me up for that. Let's trade it. Let's do the trade.
He can go get it out there.
Yeah. Well, I want him just to drive in runs. I don't care if he can catch. Really.
Let me ask you this question, though, Teddy, as a Reds fan. The hope that exists if, let's say, you do put together a stellar first half of the season, and maybe this Reds team looks really good.
Yeah.
The hope that they would go out at the trade deadline and make the moves necessary. Because with the Guardians every year, we kind of have that issue, right? Where they
don't do it. Yeah.
They do something good, and then not that they don't make moves, but they don't make the big impactful ones for the guys that are out there that, yes, may cost you something, but maybe they help put you over the top. Do you feel like the Reds would be more willing to do that?
I think so, but that could just be me being delusional.
I'll tell you why they're going to. They made two very important moves this offseason. Number one, they went out and hired Terry Francona.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was not the only team that wanted Terry Francona. All right, so there's a reason why he chose the Reds. Maybe he's senile, or maybe he was promised, hey, man, we're going to actually try and compete. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to be the Dodgers, go out and spend $350 million, but we're going to compete. That's move number one. Move number two, they partnered with us.
That's right.
97.1 The Fan. We have the Reds games. We're going to have them all on The Fan. If there's a conflict, we'll have them on 1460, ESPN, HD2, all of it.
A week from Saturday will be the first game.
Look at that.
Are we carrying it?
Yes.
We're gonna have Reds baseball on, baby. Yeah.
I didn't know if that applied to spring training, but I guess it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Not all the games, but they do some spring training games. The Reds radio.
Right, so pitchers and catchers report. I also saw that the Hall of Fame entrants have picked their caps.
Oh, yeah.
For this year. CC Sabathia will not go as a Indian. He will go as a Yankee, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, though, Cleveland fans being a little bummed about that because that obviously is where he's got his start. Of all the guys going in, I think he's the only one who didn't pick the team he started with for the cap.
Dick Allen's going with the Phillies. He's dead, so somebody made that decision for him.
Good call.
Dave Parker with the Pirates, CC with the Yankees, Etro with the Mariners, Billy Wagner with the Astros.
Okay. I mean, these are all... Yeah, that's all fine. But again, I get it with CC because that's probably where he had his highest highs, wouldn't you say?
Was it Wade Boggs that made a deal, I want to say, when he signed with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays?
Yes.
Because was he on the original roster for the expansion team?
I think so, yeah.
Whatever. He signed there very quickly.
Yeah.
And part of the contract was, we're going to pay you all this money, Wade Boggs. We know you're over the hill, but come play for us. But when you go into the Hall of Fame, you have to wear a Devil Ray cap. You can't wear a Red Sox cap. And he agreed to it. He said, yes, sounds good. Guess what Major League Baseball said? Tough crap.
Good. As they should.
You're wearing a Red Sox cap.
Yeah, that's you shouldn't have. There should be no way where a team could put that condition on a player that we're going to tell you for your individual achievements.
He agreed to it.
Yeah, I know he agreed to it, but also... don't take advantage of the guy because he wants to make a little extra cash, right? Just pay him what he's worth. If you don't think he's worth that, then don't pay him.
Anthony Davis had one hell of a first-half debut at the Mavs, and then he crumpled to the ground and died. He will miss multiple weeks with an abductor strain.
Yeah, and an adductor strain even.
What did I say?
An abductor. Like he
kidnapped it.
He's got a strain of he's abducting people, and he's strained them. No, but that first half, Teddy, I thought, what's the Mavs GM? Is it like Nico Harrison? Yeah. That guy is sitting there in that first half because Anthony Davis had something like 24 points, 13 boards in a half of basketball.
A couple threes as well.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, here you go. This is what I did. Y'all are mad at me for getting rid of Luka. How about this? And then the second half, it's like, oh, what? Huh? Hey, basketball's a weird sport, huh, gang? Let's not get too worked up about all of this. Like, that's what the risk is when you sign Anthony Davis. He, last year, I think, played in 70-plus games. 5 years prior to that, fewer than 60. So injuries have been a thing for him over his career. You have to know that when you bring him in.
Luka playing for the Lakers tonight? They're hosting Utah.
He is listed as probable, so that's all signs pointing to go on that. So we'll see him in the Lakers purple and gold for the first time.
What do we make of this? I know we talked about this trade last week, but the more I read about, like, the Maverick fans are just beside themselves.
Dude,
right? They don't like this owner, I guess. They're worried that he's going to move. They're not going to move out of that market.
Well, no, there's a conspiracy theory going saying, is this like a major league type of situation where you're trying to purposefully tank? That's how bad people think this move is. Anthony Davis, if healthy, you're not tanking with that guy. I mean, he's still going to be very good, but they're saying that Luka
is
getting traded. Well, that's what the Mavs have said.
That's what he says. The conditioning's terrible. He's got his voracious. One of those two.
Appetite?
Oh, he can't stop.
Oh, is that right?
He can't stop eating. He's got huge nips.
Did any of those things prevent them from getting to the NBA Finals last year with him? Like, that's the part of this that when the Mavs are like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like 8 months ago, you guys were in the finals with this guy, and now you're like, I don't think we can win with him. I don't think he can win with you. I think that might be the issue more than anything. But how about this, Mike? Imagine if Zach Werenski led the Blue Jackets to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time this year. And then next January, they just ship him out for like an older, worse defenseman.
Like, is it because he got really fat in the offseason?
He didn't get really fat in the offseason. That's the thing. He's been this way. He is what he is.
He's always been fat.
Not fat. He's always been a guy who's not going to come in and be like, let me take my shirt off and show you my ripped abs.
I got it.
But that's never stopped him before. Didn't stop him last year when he was the best player on the court for most of that series. Yeah, I mean, Luka Doncic is a great player, and I think the Mavs just flat out said, we don't want to pay him the $300+ million that he's going to get if he stays with the Mavs. So they traded him so they didn't have to pay as much money.
All right. Well, you can watch Luka tonight. It's the Jazz and the Lakers. Cavs hosting Minnesota tonight, if you're interested in that. Tom Brady was big pimping last night, and I'm going to tell you why coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. And you're going to hit a couple-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5 Oil Change, they get it. Time is precious. That's why they make getting your oil changed fast, friendly, and simple. You'll be back on the road in just 10 minutes. Book ahead or drive in. It's fast either way. Take 5 Oil Change. The stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It's really been amazing, the amount of people that I've had contact me, and the talk is generally centered around QC Kinetics, and whether it's a knee, whether it's a back, a hip, shoulder.
He's always happy to talk about how QC Kinetics all-natural regenerative treatments finally gave him relief without surgery. That's former pro football player Bobby Carpenter.
My message to them is do not wait and push off a week, a month, whatever it is. So if you want to feel better this summer, now would be the time to get in. If you want to feel better in the fall, make sure sure that you're getting in here so you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Spoken by a man who experienced relief firsthand. QC Kinetics gave this former pro athlete back his mobility, his activity, and they'll do the same for you.
Has really helped me in just my general quality of life.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
If people ask you how long you have to keep that ugly garage door before you win the bet, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeStoreSystems.com.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the University of Washington at the Shot on February 12th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Some fans drink the Kool-Aid. These guys drink the bleach. This is Man and Bone.
All right, so Tom Brady was on the call last night for the Super Bowl. He was fine. I mean, look, you know what I think about Tom Brady's voice? It's not pleasing to me. He didn't have much of a game to call, which is always a broadcaster's worst nightmare. But I was drawn to the timepiece on his wrist.
Yeah, that thing.
Did you notice it?
Well, how could you not? It was like at first when I saw it, I thought it was a bright yellow watch. That I thought, I wonder what the backstory is on this. But then it turns out it's bright yellow because it was apparently gold.
It is. No, it wasn't gold. I'll tell you why.
Oh.
I mean, part of it was gold, but the crappy part. This is a Jacob & Company Caviar Tourbillon 44 millimeter watch.
Okay.
It is covered in yellow sapphires.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's all.
That's all.
It looked like some kind of gold, but it turns out it's not. It's yellow sapphires.
There's gold there, but it's just covered in yellow sapphires. Jeez. This is a very upscale brand. They make hoity-toity watches, fine jewelry pieces. Tom Brady has hundreds of millions of dollars. And so, look, if you have it, enjoy. It has 224 baguette cut gems.
Okay.
The dial is made of a series of concentric rows of 130 baguette cut gems, white diamonds, emeralds, rubies, blue, icy blue, yellow, pink, orange, sapphires.
Okay.
424 gems exploding with light. It retails for $740,000.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my.
Now, again, this guy's making $375 million just to call games, not even to say that, oh, this is what he earned during his playing career and all that other stuff. So $740 to him and his buddies, it's not the same thing as to you and me, but God bless.
Yeah, I guess the question I would have with all that is, and this has been my thing, even when I bought in watches that are, like a few $100s as opposed to like the Walmart specials, is walking around, the amount of times I have banged my watch like on a corner, the times I've hit my arm on like a door as I'm walking through it, or banged it on a counter or something as I'm just walking by because I'm clumsy, I guess.
You know what he says, though?
What does he say?
He calls up Jacob & Company and says, hey, one of my sapphires fell out. Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Brady.
No, I know.
We'll get you a new one right away.
I'm saying, like, the amount of time it takes to make one of those things. I would almost, I would hate it if I damaged that, even if you have the money to buy another one.
Well, here's the thing, though. The reason why these things are so expensive is that, yes, it's a high quality of craftsmanship. There's jewels. Trust me, there's not $740,000 of raw materials in this thing.
Sure.
Okay? You get off on the exclusivity of it. There's only 17 other people in the world that have that watch. They made 18 of them in yellow sapphire, and that's it.
You ever wonder if the people who buy those watches, they get together and are like, hey, let's all hang out and look at our watches, and then you find out, like, oh, man, these people all suck. Like, what if you're Tom Brady and you're like, yeah, we're the only people that own this. Let's get together. And then you find out, I don't like this club that I'm in.
You know what, though? In the world of watches, too, and by the way, the people who buy those watches, yes, they do that.
Right.
And this is not nearly the most expensive watch that you can buy.
Oh, I'm sure.
There are watches
way beyond that.
In the millions, and instead of 1 of 18, it's 1 of 1.
Sure. Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I'm the only one that has this.
I know. The what was the one? Was it Odell Beckham Jr. that wore a watch during a Browns game? Am I wrong?
Yes, he did.
I'm trying to remember how nice of a watch. I mean, it was. I don't think it was a $700,000 watch, but
it was not.
It was. I want to say it was a 6-figure watch that he wore once in a game, and we at the time said, okay, that's pretty crazy. If you've got the money, of course, you can do what you want with it, but it's crazy that you would think to wear that out and play it like during a football. One, why are you wearing a watch anyway to play football in? But number two, why would you wear that type of watch?
Now, a lot of these, when you start to get up in these types of numbers, like I'm looking at the most expensive watches right now, and it's because they're just covered in diamonds.
Yeah.
All right. Like this Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime. Well, actually, you know what? This one's not covered in diamonds. This is just the cost of the watch.
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, it's normally when you have a watch that's this much money, it's because it's got diamonds all over it.
Right.
This Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime is $31 million. 31.
What?
The inner workings of this
Does
watch
it
consist
allow you
of
to time travel?
1,366 parts.
Okay.
I mean, it's just look. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
It's $31 million on your wrist.
Yes, I'm aware of it.
What are we doing? Again, I like cars. I like all that stuff. We told a story the other day about a race car that went for an auction for $48 million, something like that. Even then, like that thing had history. It was in a bunch of famous races. Some of the most famous drivers in the world drove that car. You can't replicate that. You can't go back in time and resuscitate those people, get them to drive another car.
But what I'm saying
even
is,
that is like, that's $40-some million for a car.
This is, Tom Brady's got the $740,000 watch. If he came across a Saudi prince that had one of these on his wrist, he'd be looking at that like it was a Casio.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's a nice little, what do you got there? The yellow sapphire? Yeah, I took a crap on that one earlier.
Crazy.
That's my travel watch.
It's crazy. By the way, the watch that Odell Beckham Jr. wore in a Browns game, that was when he made his debut with the Browns.
I wanted to make a good first impression.
How do you say it? This name of watch? It's Richard. Is it Millie? Richard Millier. Anyway, he wore one of those watches. It was an RM 1103 McLaren automatic flyback chronograph that's worth upwards of $350,000.
Right,
so it was a pretty expensive watch that Odell Beckham Jr. wore. Apparently,
look, I have a watch on today. I don't always wear my watches. I have one on today. I enjoy the nice timepieces. Tom Brady would wear this to go gardening.
Right, and this is like your nicest watch that you have.
This is the nicest watch that I own.
Jeez.
Tom Brady, I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it, but it's stupid. Not $740,000. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean,
again, take a crap on this one.
I'll tell you, the watch I'm wearing right now is from the Garmin manufacturer.
The Garmin.
Yeah, I just mostly have it for the pedometer. It tells me how many steps I'm taking in a day. It lets me know if I get a text message or something.
7 steps I took today.
That's good. Apparently, OBJ wore a different Richard Mille watch as well, a Tourbillon Sapphire. There are only 10 made, $2 million.
Oh.
He wore a $2 million watch in a game? Oh, my.
In a game he wore that?
I don't know. It says he wore it. This was pregame. He was in uniform, but he had it on his wrist, running around like getting warmed up for the game.
What do? You keep it in your locker?
Well, yeah,
I'd be terrified.
Right. So I'm guessing he took it off for the actual game. It was a $2 million watch. Good Lord.
What was I going to say to you? Oh, Martellus Bennett, speaking of expensive things, Martellus Bennett, who was on the Patriots team that came back to beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he got himself a Super Bowl ring. He auctioned his off for $88,000. I don't know why he auctioned it off, but he did. So somebody bought his ring for $88,000. If you're a Steelers fan, Plaxico Burress is auctioning off his ring, and it's currently still active at Heritage Auctions, which you can go to online. I think when I checked this morning, it was like $67,000 or something.
Jeez.
So if you have it's no $740,000 watch, Tom Brady.
Well, again,
but if you have the means, you can buy Plaxico Burress's ring.
Again, this is where I just don't understand how people operate, because it's like, oh, this watch, there's only 20 of them ever made or whatever. It's like, that's cool. This is a Super Bowl ring won by a person who played in the Super Bowl, and you can go watch them play. Like, that's not cooler to the Richie Riches of the world? I don't know what motivates people, but to me, it would be like, yeah, I have a Super Bowl ring from my favorite team.
Well, Tom Brady does have 7 of them. He doesn't need to buy Plaxico Burress's Super Bowl ring.
I'm not talking about him. I'm saying like the Saudi prince guy or whatever. You think there's got to be something equivalent like that in sports that would be worth more than, oh, hey, I got this fancy watch. But to each their own, I guess.
Look at the story you could tell. This is Plaxico Burress's ring. He was wearing this when he shot himself in the chode.
Is that what? I thought it was in his buttocks.
Chode's funnier.
Okay.
No?
No, it is. I just didn't know that. I thought I missed something in the story. I didn't know. I would say that's an even worse injury.
No. Hey, I forgot to do my sponsor. I should do it now, right, Teddy?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you better do it now.
Okay.
Or later. But now's good.
Is that the sponsor, now and later?
Is it ED or is it low T?
Yeah.
That's what you
I
get.
believe it's the low T.
All right, hey, Common Man here for my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. How do you know if you have low testosterone? Well, men in their early to mid-30s start losing 2 to 3% of their testosterone production every year. There's nothing that you did. It just happens. If you have a decrease in libido, you're putting on weight, less productive at the gym, don't know where the gym is, poor sleep, sad or depressed, you may have low T, or you may just listen to this show way too much. I want you to go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Cost of the appointment just $99, includes a medical consult, T and PSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Promo code CHODE. CHODE. Back page, coming up, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Stop and go traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East split. And traffic is also slow on eastbound 70, again on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lessig. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Sydney Shiflett, Laborers Local 83 Portsmouth. Sydney is a proud 4-year hardworking union member. Build Ohio right, build it union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus with a home equity line of credit from BMI FCU. Visit bmifcu.org/home-equity for more details.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Bone, did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus has over 30 TVs, 2 massive video walls? They even have recliners, a full-service bar and restaurant, a betting counter, and over 30 kiosks?
I did know that, but I also know that you can reserve a table right now at Hollywood Casino Columbus at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook and guarantee your spot and get some game day swag while you do it. Just visit hollywoodcolumbus.com/casino/sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I got an update for you. Last week, 42 pounds in 8 weeks. If you're waiting on this week's results, it has been 9 weeks and I'm down 46 pounds, all thanks to my friends over at Awaken 180. To be honest with you, everything just kind of has changed. I feel better. I'm less lethargic. I look forward to getting up in the morning. I even look forward to running around with Willie at home, outside, all kinds of good stuff. It's been tremendous. And the secret to my success, it hasn't been a breakthrough, but my coach, Natalie, she has been awesome. She tells me what to eat. She tells me when to eat it, which has really been nice for me. Big games, we know this last month has been crazy. She has been the health guru that I need. And also I'm not snoring, so I'm sleeping better, which makes sense for all the energy that I have now. If you've ever thought that weight could be a problem for you, or if you're thinking about addressing it, let my friends at Awaken 180 tell you and show you how to do it. Let them show you how easy it is and give them a call. That's Awaken 180 at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Beds are us. when dreams don't get in. That's our us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's our us, when dreams don't get in. That's our us.
Attention lovebirds. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Diamonds Direct has the gifts to wow your special someone. From dazzling diamonds and trending gold to vibrant gemstones, pearls, even timepieces. With hundreds of stunning styles under $1,000 and an exquisite collection of one-of-a-kind luxury pieces. Make your moment unforgettable. The best selection, value, and service are waiting for you. Make this Valentine's unforgettable with fine jewelry for every budget. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand. Listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Valentine's Day is a good deal sweeter when you shop at Meijer. This week, select bagged Valentine's Day candy is buy one, get one 50% off. Fresh from Meijer chocolate dipped strawberries are just $9.99. Certified Angus beef New York strip steak is $11.99 a pound. And our floral department is overflowing with beautiful fresh Valentine's Day bouquets and flower arrangements. Count on Meijer to bring more from the heart to Valentine's Day. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store, in the Meijer app, and online at Meijer.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you bring Pella Columbus to your home, you get local, personal attention from an award-winning window and door crew.
Yep. Our crew is full of award winners, too.
Well, that's great, Wilson.
Yeah. Jerry alone has won the hot dog eating competition 2 years straight at the company picnic.
Well, that's not really the type of award I was talking about.
Still counts as an award.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye Roundtable coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of Buckeye Roundtable, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys, network me coming up for a couple of hours. Subdued Timmy Hall.
Professional Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Do they not like it when you sort of ad-lib on the network show? Does Skip get all blinky?
Oh, no, so there'll be none of that.
You gotta stick to the script. Come on,
No, don't you talk about my guy.
Skip's my guy.
We're gonna do a damn fine show. But I couldn't say damn fine.
Oh, no.
Once it gets to 6.
That won't fly.
Then we call it a heck of a show.
Well, Timmy,
a good, fine show.
How many stations are you going out on when you're on for people who don't know the network,
lots.
It's dozens and dozens.
Dozens. Try like 75 to 100.
Okay, so it's
maybe
over,
even 1,000.
It's not 1,000.
Maybe 1 million.
When I was a kid, I remember there was a radio station in town that used to say serving 80 of Ohio's 88 counties. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, at least you're probably covering most, if not all, the counties, right?
Tim's going to be serving everybody tonight, whether they want it or not.
Yeah, we're serving everybody.
The point
Every
is,
corner of the state, of this fine state that now Jim Tressel is looking over.
Oh, that's right.
There.
He's lieutenant governor.
He's second in charge.
But he's still looking over us.
Don't forget about me. I'm still in charge. I'm Mike DeWine.
I know, Gov.
Who put him there? That's right.
I know, Gov, but I
run everything.
You called him the Lou Gov today, so he's ready to go.
That's what Fran likes to call him, so I just go along with her. Whatever she says goes.
Well, when the governor calls and asks you to serve the state of Ohio, the fine state of Ohio, you pick up the phone and you listen. And that's what I did.
That's Tress now.
Yeah. Yes.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
I did see.
I can't impersonate Tress.
He had
on the network show.
What was his? Because he still does the quiet time. He still posts his thoughts every day.
Yes, he does that, right?
He tweeted it out. I'm trying to find where it was. Oh, here you go.
Has he got any Tupac?
He tweeted this out today. Nope, didn't go with Tupac.
No.
Tweeted out this morning. He said, "If you never take risks, you'll never accomplish great things. Everybody dies, but not everyone has lived." And that is from C.S. Lewis.
He's not wrong.
It's great advice.
It's a good quote.
Hashtag quiet time. It is great advice. But I think that's kind of foreshadowed what was going to happen today. The big announcement.
Certainly did.
He knew what was coming. It wasn't like they surprised him.
Mm-hmm. How about the
Jim
fact
Tressel for Channel 3 News.
Mm-hmm.
He actually mentioned Dom's name in that 4.5-minute presser that he did. Dom
really?
was sitting off to the side, and he looked and glanced and said, "Isn't that right, Dom?"
Wow. I can tell you.
Dom couldn't wait to tell me about that.
I can tell you this.
When he came back from the State House. Hey, Tim.
I can tell you this.
Did you see Tress?
Today, all we knew this morning was Dom Tiberi goes, "Hey, I got to go." And we're like, what's going on? He's like, "I got a call. State House. They said I need to be there for some. I don't know what it is." He apparently did not know why, but he got a call from like the governor's office
he was
saying,
very excited
"You need
about
to be
that."
here."
Yep.
And so then he went over, and what a shocking surprise that is.
Well, I actually heard that Dom was the Gov's first choice as lieutenant governor.
To be lieutenant governor.
Yes.
Why did he turn that down?
Well, Dom's got a lot of responsibilities. He's got to wipe King's ass every single day. There's a lot of stuff that happens over here.
He's got to keep King from taking his job for as long as he can.
Come on. King's not taking that job.
No. That's Dom. Dom is number one.
Nicole will bypass him.
They got to have pubes for that job. What are we doing? All right, what's coming up on the Buckeye Roundtable?
We got a wonderful show. Of course, we got a lot of changes with the Ohio State football staff. We know when spring football is starting. We're going to hear from Coach Jake Diebler from his radio show today, the lost bone to Nebraska yesterday.
It's not his show, but he's on that show.
Say what now? You threw me off.
that's a good quote.
Go ahead.
What did I do? What did I do?
You didn't do anything. It's a Dick Jauron line that he said when he was coaching the Bears about the Dick Jauron show. He said, "That's not my show. I'm on that show."
It's not my show, but I'm on that show.
That's only named after me.
Right.
It's my show. Right. So a lot of that, a lot of Buckeye football conversation as well. 2 good hours of Buckeye Roundtable.
Back page.
The back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Phone. Well, man, I have got some sad news for Oasis fans. Ticketmaster.
That's you.
Has been,
That is me.
if you were an Oasis fan that bought tickets to go to one of their concerts.
I'm not going
That's
anywhere.
not you.
Ticketmaster has begun canceling tickets the company believes were purchased via bots. So, according to The Guardian, Ticketmaster started the crackdown this weekend with ticket buyers, many of whom claim to have legitimately purchased tickets, being informed over email that their tickets are being refunded. The email reads in part, "It has been identified that bots were used to make this purchase, which violate the tour's terms and conditions. Those terms were specifically established to limit resale of tickets on the unauthorized ticketing platforms for profit. Fans have been strongly advised by all parties not to purchase tickets from unauthorized resale sites and to protect them from fraud or refunding."
So these poor people, they had their tickets, now they're gone?
What they're saying, it sounds like, is at least in part, some of these people may have said, "Oh, I missed out on the sale from like Ticketmaster, but I see that there are resale tickets. I'll just buy those."
Oh.
Then what they're being told is, "Yeah, you bought these from a site that bought them with a bot.
I see.
So no matter how or maybe they bought them and then sold them to someone else, and that's another person who's just like, no, I bought them from a legitimate person." Either way, if they think they've been bought by a bot, then they're getting refunded. And I can't imagine how that would feel.
I've been gotten by something like this before, and so I switched my own personal policy to where, and I know it might still affect you, I will only buy tickets now from whatever the organizer's official ticket partner is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, say, Blue Jackets is Ticketmaster, so I won't buy StubHub tickets for a Jackets game. Because I tried doing this for a concert, and it was up in Michigan, and we did everything right, got our tickets, and like a 2-month process, they never eradicated the problem. So we basically had to just rebuy tickets the day of the show. It's just so we could go.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Who was the concert?
It was AJR, one of Jack's bands that he likes.
Oh,
They were
AJR,
good. They were
yeah.
good. Did a good live show.
I don't know AJR. All right, Buckeye Roundtable's coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find traffic is moving slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70, and you're going to hit another slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Plus, no interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months, people. And if you already have a price from another company, Universal Windows Direct will beat it. So you know you're getting the best deal around.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden, as you get older, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait. Make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-208-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
There's a place where mishaps don't mean missing out. Welcome to AAA's The Plus Side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, where a flat tire doesn't have to deflate your mood, where being locked out doesn't mean you'll be out of luck for long, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party.
Looks like you're all set here. Have a good rest of the day.
Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, you're covered with the gold standard in roadside assistance, whenever and wherever you need it. Tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap, click, or call away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further, anywhere within 100 miles. Become a AAA Plus member today and experience the peace of mind that comes when you live on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply. Service is only available from AAA and CAA in North America.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Let's talk about getting you back to your best. If you lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. You need to know your T level, so get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be your answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book the appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with savings with new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items like pineapples, avocados, navel oranges, and lettuce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.